1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Welcome to Streamlined Dungeons Dragons slash Case of Wednesdays. Here's Mike.
Hey everyone. Okay, so like he said, welcome to Case of the Wednesdays. We got Dane is our DM. Next to him is myself, Aram, playing a sorcerer. We got Katie. Next to me is playing Bitch Slap, half orc barbarian warrior. Overall badass beater of things. Next to her is Jacob playing Bilar. He's our resident shapeshifter and dabbling a little bit in the dark side. Next to him is Cheyenne playing Sylvia. And Sylvia is our tiefling fighter slash distance ranger. Next to her is our ever lovable bard, Bear, playing Lobolo is his character. And last but definitely not least, we got Cal playing Zenevieve, who's our resident rogue, and it isn't murder unless she says it is.
Hell yeah!
So,
Can you help us out with what happened last time we played last year? And then maybe if you guys each want to just talk a little bit about your character's goals, aspirations, thoughts, processes, where you stand, where we left off, things like that. I've got some. So the people watching know I've got a little bit of work to do to make our fantasy grounds not be crashing on us for some reason. So I'm working on that while you guys discuss and get a little more acquainted with each other.
yeah, so we've been tasked with getting Larry, our ex merchant man, and his soon-to-be wife and crew back home. Unfortunately, we have lost Larry and their guards and one of the handmaids and one of the carts. So we're doing horribly at this, but we're getting there. We should be able to get majority of the stuff and the princess, I guess, back maybe. I don't know. Last week we managed to get a bridge put up and get the carts across and take on some trolls and oh god, it's been crazy. Hopefully this is a new year and it'll be better, but we'll see.
You guys are screwed.
Currently we are set up camp because all that fixing bridges and getting carts across took all day to do. And we were sitting around the campfire getting to know each other a little bit before we continued on. One of our members who didn't get to speak up was Cheyenne. Cheyenne, is there anything you'd like to add to your backstory since we're sitting around the campfire talking?
I mean, I kind of come from a really shady family, so I joined the guard to try to clear my family's name a little bit. Unfortunately, it's not working. They're still stealing. That happens. So I had to leave the guard because they just kind of ruined my reputation there. But yeah, I've been just doing a lot of these. I've been just trying to earn money to send back home to my family to try to get them to stop stealing and stuff so they could live a better life.
Well, yeah.
I don't think Zenevieve got a chance for her backstory either.
Let's hear it.
Oh god, where's my sheet? Have to refer to it at all times. I don't particularly have much of a past to go off of. I didn't have people around me very much, so I stuck to the shadows, grew up there. Someone I care deeply about is in a lot of trouble because of me. And despite that, I'm continuing what I'm trying to do to make up for what I've done wrong.
Ooh.
It's not that one-handed bandit from the bar, is it?
No.
The one friend to rule them all. All right. You You guys got this. I have faith.
Oh,
You guys are doing great.
yeah.
Thanks,
So
All right, Cheyenne.
Okay.
So, all right, Cheyenne. So, what's your inspirations? What do you plan to do
To
with
better
your
game.
character here on D&D? What would you like to become? What inspires you?
My inspiration is just, like I said, taking care of my family. I kind of come from a generation of people who steal and stuff, so I've just been trying to clear my name up a little.
Okay. All right. Do you have any inspiration for more classes? What kind of powers would you like to collect?
Oh, sorry,
Oh no, that's
I haven't been in D&D mode for like a couple weeks.
That's all right. Now you're back. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Thrown straight in.
To the wolves. What do I do it? How do I do it?
all right. How about you, Balar? Where would you like to take your character? I mean, unfortunately,
I mean, I kind of hit it with my backstory last week in that my little clan of druids got mostly wiped out. So we all decided to just kind of branch out and develop our abilities and skills, and at a way down the road time meet back up and rebuild our little nomadity. That's even a word.
Our what? Our nomadity?
sure.
Yeah.
I
I
like,
like
it.
it. Oh,
So
jinx.
I'm just along for the ride, making some coin, trying to rebuild
Background class.
life.
How about you, Katie? What would you like to see happen with your character?
It all depends on what happens. Going with the flow. Depends on what we get into, what shenanigans we get into to see how I develop.
All right. Then you, Cal?
I just really want to redeem myself from the things I've done wrong in the past and hopefully become a better person despite the murder.
Now become a better person or become a better rogue? Well, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, I see how those two can't coincide.
You kind of sounded like a paladin there.
no, I mean, honestly, it could be. I mean, if you're killing for the right reasons.
I know technically we're all bad guys depending on what your point of view is. So I mean, you know,
It's true. The man we murdered last week, oh god.
Sounds of a troll screaming through camp. Not me.
Larry going this way and that way.
I would love to eventually go back and find the three-armed troll. That's what I...
Yes. Friend.
Friend. Killed your family, but you are a friend now. You guys are the worst.
How about you, Mike? What would you like to see happen with ARAM? Like, what's your goals as a wizard?
I
Or a
mean,
sorcerer?
as of currently, my intentions are to, as I'm sure you guys have noticed in my profile picture, I'm a elf with a beard, and I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking for my past relatives to help me figure out what the hell happened with my face.
Find the source of the beard.
We don't
So
talk
you're-
about the beard, though.
Oh. So you're not actually a fire mage then? You're a sorcerer, and then you're...
Yeah, oh, I'm an elven sorcerer.
Oh, okay.
Just
I'm
a-
just... Oh, go ahead.
It's the learning how to use the magic that caused the... Yeah, and nobody back home could figure out how to fix it.
Have the doors taken to you? Maybe, maybe the beard helps with doors.
Yeah, that's what my relatives used to say too.
Oh,
Oh,
Don't go there.
Fight.
used to. They don't say anything now.
Ooh.
That's why I left
Mm.
to go find the answers.
What about you, Kelly Labolo?
Oh, well. No, I just want to just take the character and obviously explore, hang out with you guys, and then eventually develop actual not like real serious music for the character, but like eventually hang out with everybody else and start writing songs for him and stuff, doing bard stuff, and of course be the most outstanding bard ever. And then so I don't know much about D&D. Like I've always played D&D games like
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate and stuff. This will be my second group, and the first group that I was with, I only played like 1 or 2 times. So that's why, like, ask me where my character comes from. I'm like, I don't know. That way to the east.
Yonder.
That's right.
I actually have some good stuff for you, Kelly, because you made me start thinking about the fact that even though this is earlier than my other campaign in the same world, you guys haven't actually had a chance to see the world map currently or anything like that. So I did a little work on that, and you have to excuse the giant sounding fan if you can hear it in the background. That's my laptop apparently hating me. It'll eventually stop unless it gets fried, and then it won't stop and will not be playing because it'll all get cut off abruptly. I did just updates that. I'm trying to get it to resolve right now, so we should have Fantasy Grounds up in a second. Looks like I got 3 of you already connected. 2 of you already connected. But I updated it again, and I updated a couple of the Fantasy Grounds extensions and mods and stuff that sometimes need updated or they crash the system. So I think that's what it was. They don't always need updated, so I don't always do it, and sometimes it starts crashing a lot. So hopefully that fixes our crash 3 times in the first 10 minutes problem. If not, we're going to play Theater of the Mind. So remember your characters, have a good idea of stuff, maybe jot stuff down. Just some basic stuff you might need to know, because we might end up running Theater of the Mind tonight if we can't get it to stop bugging out on us. But that being said, as soon as everybody's in, I will share this with you guys, and hopefully that'll help to bring to light a little bit more about kind of at least the continent you're on, and we can go from there. But thank you guys for sharing your relative interests and character goals and pasts and things briefly. That was helpful. And we'll dig more into that as time goes on, and maybe the 3-armed troll will make an appearance in the near to far future, and you guys can reminisce and maybe make a friend or maybe a mortal enemy. We never know. So here I'm going to share Grenweld, which is the main continent you're fighting on right now that you've been kind of traveling on. If you look to the bottom right hand corner, you'll see Blacktome Keep is on the Knucklehead River there, right on the edge of the coast. You guys are on that path going north to Summerside. You see the cliffs the cold wall cliffs where you came across a bunch of trolls, and that's where the small river was as well, as right by there, through them. Approximately right at where the cold wall cliffs are located. That area right there is basically right there is basically where you are. You're basically about halfway, just across the broken bridge that you rebuilt with your much carpentry skill that you all possess. And we are currently camped. Everybody is chilling. You guys have abducted a farmer turned bandit turned cart driver by the name of Marcus. He has joined the party. He's very thin and unhealthy, but very pleased to not be murdered by the rest of his mischievous bandit farmer friends. Jesus, do you guys hear that?
No.
I can't hear yours over my here, let me see if I can mute my mic. I'm gonna mute my mic. Tell me if it makes a difference on you.
Oh no, it's not your mic. It's the fan on my laptop is just going bananas.
Is it?
So it's hard for me to hear you guys, but apparently you can't really hear it. So that's good. At least it's not filtering through. All right, so we left off. I shared the map for the carts being all wagging down and rusting and stuff, and you guys can load up and continue on your path, or what's the plan?
We're all rested and everything, right?
As of currently, Sylvia has hit points, but I can remove them. So Sylvia, because you weren't here, I just had you scout ahead, and you totally missed the farmer bandits because they didn't approach you because it's just you. But they let you go past, and you went past them. And as you come back to this just there's a pile of dead bodies, and the party's stripping them of their gear and sticking whatever meager possessions these poor farmer turned bandits had. You're sticking into the cart, and you've all sold at this point. So you come strolling up from the south, or from the north, I guess, technically. So it's kind of funny because we're going up on the big map, but we're going down on the little map. So that's fun. But doesn't
I
matter.
just tell everybody that I'm proud of them for not dying.
You made it. So yeah, so Sylvia comes strolling up from below, and notices you guys. And they're all resting now. They're not currently stripping bodies and taking weapons and stuff. They're resting around the campfire, cooking, rats or pheasants or whatever they were able to catch. Oh my god!
Can we get those guys buried?
I can't remember what you guys said you were gonna do. Did you decide to bury them?
I think we were bickering about it.
Oh yeah, that's right. There were shovels because Larry's car had shovels.
That, and I was still a bear at the time, so we just kind of powered through it.
Oh, so she really actually walks onto the scene of a giant bear patting the dirt like over a mound of a group burial site. Is that what I'm getting? Ah, yes. Glam Brunette agrees. Bear time. Okay. Well, cool. So you come back. Here we are. You guys are currently in camp mode. You had a long rest. It's morning. There's enough food to go around of the Everburn stew that the lady, what's her name, has. DeFran. She's capable. Giant cauldron full of stew for you guys to mash on. So you guys get all fed and everything. Everybody had a long rest. All your guys' everything is back to where it should be. And we're going to strike camp and hit the road jack. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Okay, you're about 2 days probably, give or take, from, if nothing else pops up in the way from Summerside, 2-3 days tops. You have 2 carts in a wagon, or 2 wagons in a cart, 6 donkeys still, 6 draft horses. You have Christy von Schurgen, the merchant, daughter of a wealthy merchant, Lady Fran, her elder-ish protector and handmaiden. She's more like a hand mom than a handmaiden, I suppose, because she's a full-on 50-year-old lady. But she's wearing her now deceased husband's full plate mail armor, and she's awkwardly carrying his greatsword around.
Yeah, with Larry and the bodies in the last cart, if I remember correctly. Because they were hoping to try and get them back to town to resurrect them.
Larry and both the guardsmen that came with and the dead female they tracked down and grabbed are all bundled up and wrapped in shawls.
They did. They did find the other one.
Right.
I thought,
they're all
bundled
and wrapped on the back of the final wagon.
Okay, I thought the other handmaiden got washed away and there was nothing to be found.
I think you're right. That's right. So she gone.
Yeah.
I like it. Get rid of her, Mike.
Well, that wasn't my call. That was just what I remember from that encounter. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here we are. Anything anybody wants to say, do, or anything before we're actually travel mode again?
I kind of want to talk to Lady Dufran.
Lady Dufran. She's very uppity, and she's literally anytime you try to talk to her, which is fine, and she does talk to you, she talks to you looking down the end of her nose.
Huh. Okay.
Quite snooty.
Mainly I just ask her, I'm like, I'm like, hey, Lady Dufran, how are you feeling about this mission? Do you feel like there's going to be do you need any changes with it? How do you feel about what's going on right now?
She haughtily says, "It is not for me to have opinions about the milady's ventures. Though my husband has been injured, I'm sure she'll do the right thing and bring him back. Though he may be dead, the will of the gods is mighty.
Huh.
Take your stew and go, you lush, lavish man."
All right. It's good stew.
It's bland, to be honest. There's no salt or pepper or any kind of seasoning. It's pretty much just potatoes, meat, and carrots.
I'm lying to make friends.
Okay. Deception, please. There's a deception skill on your sheet. Let's go ahead and roll it.
Sure, why not?
Make friends or make enemies. With that, she unbuckles her two-handed greatsword to fight you to the death over her badly salted stew.
Oh God, I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die. Let me just check to see how bad it is, if it's bad at all. Oh, no, we're good. She doesn't believe you, but she doesn't disbelieve you, if that makes sense. She's relatively neutral in your... She doesn't like you regardless, but she doesn't hate you more, if that makes sense.
She's as neutral as her stew, huh?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, she needs a little salt on that ass as well. All right, cool. So, anybody else got anything? I just don't want to push forward and not allow you guys a chance to say or do anything important, like mage armor or like, I don't know, change armors or.
Are you saying this is a save point that shouldn't be
This
here?
is a save point. Yeah, the fire is lit. The stew with no seasoning has been cooked and ate. You guys have a chance to settle into your affairs real quick before we hit the unwarrantedly dangerous road again.
No, I just want to get these people out of here, so I'm game for just going.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on the map of Grenweld? Anybody who has history as a class skill can roll to know more information about any given subject. Anything above 10, each 2 points above 10, I'll give you one location's information, basically. Basic information, nothing crazy unless you roll really high. And you have to have history as a class skill to know more, otherwise you're just a bunch of peasants.
How do I know if I have it as a class skill?
It would have a little star next to it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not from here, so...
Yeah, but you can still read books and get histories.
I'm not even going to bother.
Okay.
The rest of the crew is more than welcome to, though.
I'm just a peasant.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
have
just
history.
a peasant.
Yeah, right?
Humble forest folk is what I am.
I don't think any of you have history besides maybe Labolo.
The only way I'd have history would be to like hear it through songs and stuff.
Nope.
Nothing comes to mind. So.
Nope. Okay, cool. So you guys really know shit about where you're from. I mean, all but Aram are from this continent, or at least one of the continents nearby. I mean, I could see Bitch Slap being from the wastes of a different continent nearby. We won't need to get in that right now. She's not talking about her past anyhow. She's looking for her three-armed companion. Okay.
She wants another friend.
Let's get marching order knocked out. Are we just gonna go left or right, or how do you guys want to be lined up? Because we've got the cart.
I'll go up front like I normally do.
I'm dragging in the back.
And I'll stay middle.
I'll stay kind of towards the back also.
Yeah, I tend to be in the middle. So, let's see. There's two carts or two wagons and a cart. I suppose I'll sit on the middle cart or the middle whatever we're putting in the middle. The middle.
Okay, so you're in the middle. Bitch Slap is in the front. Sylvia is.
I'm in the back.
In the back. Zenevieve is.
Zenevieve, she's probably sneaking in the bushes.
Mm-hmm.
Bush Warrior. And Labolo.
I'm in the middle. If we're walking, then I'm in the middle.
Okay, and then obviously Balar.
Well, we're gonna need somebody to drive the carts.
Yeah, that's real. We've got Marcus. He's driving the ladies' cart.
Okay. And which one's the ladies' cart? The front one, middle one?
The middle one. We'll have the cart with nobody in it, and then the Larry and the body cart in the back. The regular cart, the regular merchant cart's in front, then the ladies' cart or wagon, and then the final wagon in the very back with the cart attached to it because Milo's dead.
I'll drive the corpse cart.
Yeah, you will. All right. So corpse cart for Labolo, which tracks, and I'll put Sylvia behind you, and then I've got either Bitch Slap or Balar up front in the first cart. Then.
Actually, Sylvia, would you mind riding in the front cart? Because you're our ranged, so you probably got a better vision of what's coming at us than any of the rest of us.
Sure.
Maybe, right?
Well, you
can
can
do that.
pop off an arrow if you see some danger coming our way before,
Fair. Oh, Filthy says push forward, so apparently it's time to push forward, which I think that's what they're doing, Filthy. All right, cool. So Sylvia, you are on the front cart. Then we have Balar. Then we have Vitslap. We've got Aram and Zenevi in the middle, and Labolo in the back. And Aram and Zenevi, are you walking alongside the cart, or are you on the top of the cart next to Marcus, or what's the plan?
Yeah, I'm on the cart next to Marcus because I don't necessarily trust him all that much yet.
He's an honest thief.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a rogue.
Zenevieve can respect an honest thief. She's further away. She's walking alongside the cart.
Okay, I'll put you 15 feet away. All right. So you guys are traveling along and having a good time. Let's go ahead. I know we have passive perception, but since you guys are actively probably keeping an eye out, let's go ahead and everybody roll perception just to see kind of where we're at on what you guys can even notice at this point. Yes. Yes, please, God.
Got an 11.
An 11? I got two 18s. I got Zenevi and Lobolo with 18s. That's kind of okay, right?
I hope
Yeah.
so.
Better than 11.
Well, I guess you guys are fine then. You know, like you guys are traveling along. Nothing to see here, right? Everything seems fine. Let me go ahead. Let's see, in the front. So Sylvia, give me a high or low call.
Low.
You said low?
Yeah.
You made it through a full day. No combat. What the fudge? You guys, I know you guys are aching to get chat on again, but like, that being said, you didn't. So you made it through the first day. You guys set up camp again. We're back to the campsite. And you guys are traveling along. You are now day and a half, maybe 2 days tops. You could maybe even do it in a day if you guys push hard. Do you guys want to push extremely hard and try and get there quickly? Time is slightly of the essence. The ability to bring someone back from the dead only is so good for so many hours. So, like, if we are going to save Larry and others, getting there sooner than later to a decent cleric would be ideal.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
push.
Yeah.
Push forward.
I think you guys said sure.
Yeah, I'm game for pushing to get this done and over with.
All right, you may or may not recognize this little map I'm about to share with you guys. It's the same as another one, but it's a different location this time. We are in the final stretch. The last day up to Summerside is packed with farmland, as you know, farmers are much needed to supply the city with grain and wheat and other beans and corn and all the things.
So even though this looks familiar, this is a different spot.
Exactly. It's just another. I'm just using it as a map for farm road.
Okay. We can work with that.
Let's just.
You gonna put us on the
map.
cart on the map?
Yeah, I gotta put you on there. There you are. Labolo's in the back, driving the dead wagons, and I'm just gonna use you guys as the wagons currently because I don't feel like all of that.
But horses.
No, I'll put the horses on. Fine, I'll put everybody wherever you want them. Mike.
I'd probably be like right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Here's the
'Cause you-
cart. I like that the cart is super tiny. Let me make it bigger. There we go. And I spin it. Boop. There's your cart. You see your cart right off the top of the map there, Kelly?
Oh yeah.
I'll put the carts down for you, Mike. I know you care.
I put a box down.
Okay, I'll take the box. I think the box might actually be easier. Is that
Hey,
including
what-
the horses then?
I mean, if I don't think I can make a
'Cause I'm gonna kill all the
rectangle.
horses.
I think it's stuck as squares. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll slap.
Or I
some
would
horses on.
if I could have did more of a oblong shape, then yeah, I would have. But
You're good, bro. I got you. Make some
I'm
more
trying.
space.
I was trying to help. That's all.
You did the Lord's work, bro, and it was really good. I liked it. Here we go. Here's another one. There's Kelly's with the cart attached to the back. 2 horses there, and then the final 2 horses. So we got 1, and this should be 2. Nope, this must be 2. There we go. Lady in front is also here, and then Ballard, make a box for the front cart, would you?
Yep.
All right, traveling along, 18s. Everybody feels pretty good, pretty good. And then, what do you think happens?
Boom goes the dynamite.
Basically, dynamite goes boom, to say the least. Nope. Nope, that's right there.
Oh,
Because the horses are the front of it,
gotcha. Yep.
and she's driving from the front as the main eyes. The 2 ladies are inside. Bitch Slap, are you going to be inside the cart, on top of the cart, or did you say you want to be in front of it?
I'm not in the cart or on top of it. Yeah, I'm just walking.
Okay, cool. And then Balar, were you riding along, you said, or do you want to be off it?
I'll ride along or be on top of it, one of the 2.
You want to be in front with her or up on top? Makes a difference.
Up front's fine.
Okay, perfect. So, does anybody... Oh, shit, you can't be surprised because of your alert weapon.
Yep.
So that's a thing. Let me read that real quick. Maul of Warning. So, magic weapon warns you of danger. While this weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. So, Katie, you have advantage on initiative rolls. We need to remember that.
Doesn't it just give me advantage?
I don't know if it's on your... Let me see.
No, because you've rolled initiative before and it was only 1 dice. If it was advantage, you would have rolled 2.
But I think
So-
I can probably fix it, though, because I thought... Yeah, I can definitely fix it. Here's this. And there's that. There we go. Model of Warning. It's on. You have it. She has it on. It should roll 2. Anyway, let's just roll initiative because you guys can't all be surprised. At least the 30 feet around Bitch Slap can't be surprised. So that's going to be... the front cart.
Oof.
Oh no.
No.
Xenophie, no! You want to use a luck point?
For my initiative? Sure.
I mean, kind of. Your whole thing is you're an assassin. You do more damage to the first guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I would love to.
go for it.
That's
that's
significantly better.
Yeah, Bitch Slap, yours reads 2. It rolled 2.
Yeah.
We're good. We are good. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh, 5. No, that's not you. 18, that's way better. Okay. So you guys are all kinds of lined up. Bitch Slap, you get a strange, like, tingling in the back of your neck. Like, the hairs in the back of your neck start to stand up, and you get the feeling that danger is incoming. How do you respond to the feeling?
Get pretty tense, and I look around, and do I see anything?
Give me another perception check now with advantage for looking around. Like, intently.
Dropped to 1. That's awesome.
How'd you do? Wait, I can't see what it
16.
16.
According to the log info, yeah, she rolled at an advantage, and her other one was a 1.
Yeah.
So that advantage was a really good thing.
Okay. So out from the bush, just ahead of you, actually, coming right towards you. Let's see. So that's this guy. Just stepping out from behind the bush there, like right before you realize things are happening, we're gonna have initiative happen. Is a giant pretty good size creature. It looks like a fucking insect in a lot of ways. It's pretty nasty. It's like a giant praying mantis
Oh, that's sweet.
looking thing, and it just like lumbers out from around the thing and like chitters at you like like a chittering insect sound, and claps its mandibles together and like clicks its like slaps its arm, like waves its arms in front of you, and like dirt and stuff busts off it as it explodes out of the ground next to the bush around the corner that you just had it explode around.
So I'm taking it. Other people can see that too at this point.
By the time by the time it gets to you yelling, "Oh my God, danger!" it pops out of the ground about to attack you, but not quite close enough to do any damage, thanks to your trusty weapon.
All right, I gotcha.
Do you want to give us some jerky and get this out of the way so we can get this thing killed?
Nah, that one's too big. I don't like it. That's cool.
Okay.
But it's not my turn anyway.
It is
so
actually,
I'm
it's
just
true. It's
sitting
Genevieve's
here.
turn. So you guys avoided the surprise, which was nice, but a few of them have popped up over the area at this point.
Am I able to see all of them?
What's your passive perception? Let me look.
18.
Oh, that's pretty sexy, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you have a 18 passive perception. Aram has a 16. Everybody else is 14, except for Sylvia's at 13. So yeah, I mean, you hear her say, like, kind of mention like she's feeling kind of danger coming along, and then all of a sudden those things pop up, and you're ready for them. So.
Okay, then. Oh, that's not it. Am I able to move like right up to this one?
I think you probably could, yeah.
All right.
There's bushes there, so some of that's difficult terrain, but you'd be like right there.
Okay.
Or you could be like right anywhere along that line, but whatever.
Okay. That right there works for me.
Perf.
As I'm running over, I'm pulling out the unidentified dagger in my main hand and then the Sylvia rapier in my offhand.
Okay.
And we're gonna roll on the mantis boy.
Automatic miss?
Am I allowed to use luck point if it's a 1?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm using a luck point.
Using another luck point. You're doing good so far.
I like that a lot better.
Dirty 20. We'll take it.
Take it. Oh, wait! I'm an assassin. I get advantage on...
You do, and you get it's a critical hit if you hit.
Okay.
Because it's before his initiative, so you can hold shift when you roll your damage, and it'll do crit damage.
Okay, and I get sneak attack, correct?
Because it's an advantage, yep.
Yes, okay.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's so many dice.
Ooh. That was a lot more than I thought you could take. Like, that was a lot happened just now.
That was a lot. And then bonus action, I'll disengage.
Oh, you don't want to get slapped?
No.
Not particularly.
Disengage as close as I can to Aram and Marcus.
Yeah, I think that's your movement right there, basically, so that works.
Okay.
Are you you're basically at the wheel right now?
Okay, perfect. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Hell yeah. Balar?
I was not prepared for this exam.
Did not say it.
I think I'm just going to start off with an Eldritch Blast. 13 here. And I miss.
Holy. That was a big miss, too, huh?
Great stuff, isn't it?
You needed to hit him, though. He could have used that damage.
Yeah, that's it for this turn.
What? Eldritch Blast. I was about to say, what do you do? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're a warlock now, sort of.
Sort of. Not a very
Alright.
good one, but
Not a very advanced warlock, but a a holder of curses regardless. Aram of the Ciano de family.
Okay, so seeing Genevieve rush over here by the cart, I'm assuming that there's something going on.
Oh yeah,
so
she comes back with like chitlin all over her arm. Like what's it called? Not chitness or like for the
Chitin.
It's chitin.
chitin.
actually.
Thank you.
Is it chitin?
Mhm.
It's the ch is like Greek or something, right?
Same
So,
stuff your fingernails are made out of, by the way.
Perfect. So she's covered in this like kind of like this like orangish and green and purplish colored chitin, whatever you said.
Okay, so I'm gonna hop up on the top of the wagon.
We
And-
were talking about strippers earlier, Mike. You don't need to get any weird ideas.
Yeah, well, I mean, sounds fun. And take a quick look around. I mean, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Is there?
Yeah, I mean, you'll be able to pick out at least three of them.
Okay.
They appear to be coming out of holes in the ground. You can see like behind them, since you gotta have a height point. You can see behind them kind of a mismatched crisscross, like not necessarily straight burrow or tunnel that's kind of semi-collapsed in on itself. You see where the ground is like a mole upraises the earth, but then like if you step on it, it falls down, just like that.
All right. So I would let's see, just so that you're aware of the area.
Mm.
We're just gonna do that.
You gonna burn the cart?
No. That's why I thought it was right at the edge there.
You gonna burn the poor farmer's crops?
Yep.
Did I
Good
need
God.
to ask? Did I even need to ask? Like, are you gonna ruin the
No.
vegetation, Mike? No. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
pretty
ruin
much. I don't care.
it. Fuck vegetation. It failed. Oh, 3 1s in the deal. That's not good.
Yeah, but those 3 1s are 2s.
So we need to add 3 more hit points to him.
Yes, please.
24. Yeah, we gotta remember that because that's a thing for you.
Yep.
Okay. Pretty good. I mean, knocked him down pretty healthy, right?
Right.
Okay.
And then I'm just gonna stand right here on the cart and
Who's got the best?
scream out, "We got company!" if you ain't figured it out yet.
Who's got the best sound like for one of these things? You know, like who can do it?
I can do it in my head. I don't think I have the vocal capacity to do it out loud.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
It doesn't actually even step up to you. It just steps out of the area there, and it is going to spray you with a 30-foot by 5-foot line of acid comes out of its mandible. Its little tube pops out and it just sprays this acid right at you. That slap.
So I guess it's not friendly, huh?
It's not friendly. It's spraying acid at you in a 30-foot line. You get a dexterity saving throw, which if you're raging, you'd have
Well,
advantage
it's
on, right?
not my turn yet.
I know. I'm not judging. I'm just telling you the facts.
Is that from, yeah, on the right side, right?
Yes. Saving throws are on the, I believe, right. Yeah, right. Holy moly! Holy moly! That's a d20.
Nat 20, man.
So you take. We're gonna have to do it manually because it's not gonna be half. So you take 6 damage. I'll just throw it on there for you. 6 acid damage. Definitely a thing. So we'll do this and this. So it's just done. Cool. So you take 6 acid damage, and now it is your turn. That you're and the saddest part about this whole thing is there are easily 50 holes in your rat cape or rat cloak.
Might have to run off from everybody and find some more rats at some point.
Restock. Gotta patch my cloak.
Yeah.
Hey, 20s, kapow.
All right. So
How
I
do
guess
how do you feel about a chitin cloak?
you know, I see some nice decorative elements here, actually.
Breaks a couple claws off, makes them shoulder things like.
A hat with big horns. All right, I'm gonna run up to it, wiping acid off my face.
It sizzles.
Mm-hmm. And let's see, what do I want to use?
I choose
It's like
you.
a sword creature. I'm gonna
Oh.
grab my big great sword out as I'm running up,
Okay.
and click on rage.
We took 1 week off, guys.
I didn't do anything different than I normally do.
I'm just teasing Katie.
It's so small. It's just computer is just tiny. I can't see anything.
Is it your normal computer?
All right. It is, but it's just like everything's so tiny.
We're gonna get
And
you
I'm not wearing my
another monitor
glasses
to plug
again.
in.
Yeah, probably should.
Oh.
All right.
Did you teach her about the user interface?
Oh yeah. If you guys hit / in the text box real quick, you'll see a bunch of different things you can do inside Fantasy Grounds that allow you to do stuff. So one thing that might be helpful for you, Katie, is if you want to, you can do, what is it? It's / scale UI space and then like 150 or
Oh,
something like that. It'll scale the user interface to be a little different sizing. Good call,
That
Kelly.
that'll be lovely. I'll finish my turn. and
Yeah,
then
you
I'll
can play
do that.
around with it. You might be able to resize stuff to fit better.
Cool. Okay, so 16 hits.
Oh yeah.
11. Try it again. 2 for good measure. 15 hits. Good to know. Good to know.
Are any of your guys' characters agriculturally inclined?
No.
Definitely
No.
not. Okay. Let's make stuff big.
Watch them actually be important to the ecosystem.
It's going to grapple this horse successfully, and it's going to bite it. So now it's attached to Draft Horse 3, and it is grappling it. It's got 14 damage. It is grappled. Draft Horse 3 is in rough shape.
Right
Bolo.
in front of a bolo. Yeah, that's great.
I know, right?
He's not afraid
All
of
right,
Bolo.
I'm-
He's a puny man.
I'm gonna jump off the cart here and then head over this way. Well, is that bush in my way of travel,
It
or
just
can I
cuts,
run
you,
through the
cuts your
bush?
time in half, and it's a bean bush, so they're not too high.
Ooh.
A few feet.
Grab some beans on the way. Travel this way.
Now you're stealing the farmer's food. Come on, bro.
Hey, who? Yeah. All right. Then I go there, and
He's okay.
then
Fucking taking his food. I'm fine.
Bard the bean thief.
that's all right. I like
Bean
it.
thief Bard. Yeah.
All right.
So the creature has its one of its claws essentially wrapped around the draft horse, and it just took a bite out of it.
All right. And then so I move as close as I can over this way, and I take a swipe at it with my dagger.
Which is right there.
But I pulled out along the way. Hold on, I have to turn my page a little bit. There we go. All right. So wait. Oh, there it is. Okay, so that's throwing. The bomb means throwing, don't it?
Yeah, the bomb means you're throwing it, which you're not.
Okay,
right?
there we go. Okay, nope. I'm just doing some stabbing. Ooh.
Hey, that's a critical
That's
hit.
okay.
That's another 20.
Right?
All right, so do I have to shift and then do the thing, or?
No, it'll do it on its own since you rolled an actual 20. She just gets that as an assassin.
Okay. Raw. My whole, what was it, like 6 damage?
6 damage, yeah, still something.
Nice. Oh, it is, yeah. And then I'll go ahead and take my second attack.
All right,
Yeah.
another dagger attack.
Yeah. Eh.
Ooh, hits right into its armored body and just kink deflects.
Your dagger's not like her dagger, dude.
Hers is like a
Oh, I'm-
jagged blue crystal dagger.
I'm just trying to get it off the horse.
Hers cuts going in and coming out. That's why it does so much damage.
Ah, nice, nice. All right. How much do I have? Any move points left? I should. Right?
You moved 25.
All right. So I'm gonna keep running this way. Hold on. Let me adjust the map. There we go. Yeah, I'll go there. Did it go?
And
Okay.
you would normally incur an attack opportunity, but you have mobility feat, so you don't.
Right.
And another incag. He's going to speed 30. 10, 15, 20. Boop. He's going to attack. Oh, yeah, he doesn't have to move. I forgot he's got the acid spray. He's going to spray his acid. I think he's going to do it at Zena V because you kind of pissed him off, so. So give me a dexterity save, please, Zena V, which you're great at, so you're probably fine to take half, but yay. Okay, so you take 8 points of damage. And you are sprayed with acid, and guess what?
Chicken butt.
You have a bunch of holes in your rat cloak as well.
No.
There we go. And Sylvia. Cheyenne, you're up.
Sorry, it wasn't a meeting. I'm gonna aim at 13 and use the sharpshooter.
13.
Obviously,
you said?
take out my bow and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, sorry, I was just rereading how sharpshooter worked again.
Totally cool. And you are using the feet to do more damage?
Yeah, but I got a 10, and I don't think that
That is not high enough. 10 total.
hits.
Okay, you get a second attack.
It's gonna be sharpshooter also.
Yeah.
That was a 3 total.
So a little rusty around the gills. It's fine, you know. You're not swimming right now. So a couple arrows come buzzing past Bitch Slap's left side and bang right into the outer shell of this weird insectoid giant creature. Marcus, the ex-farmer bandit cart driver, goes into the cart.
Yay.
And the ladies are going to stay in the cart. The only draft horse been damaged is 3, but 20 is also panicking. They're going to try and pull the cart this way to get away from it. I'm going to roll a strength check against the grapple real quick. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Totally probably worked. Let me double check with the contested roll. Yes. So they managed to pull and kind of bring the cart off path. So that's good because it's not getting killed by the creature anymore, but it's bad because now they're
Headed toward the other one.
heading towards the other one into the like you can't pull a cart through the tilled farmland. You know, it's not gonna be very good.
Gonna get it stuck.
Exactly. So then we're gonna cart and horses are done. Lady DeFron's not doing shit. We're back to the top. Madam V, Zena V, if you need to.
Okay. We're gonna go back to this guy.
Okay. That was 20, so we keep that lit.
Hits.
Hey, it's a
And-
critical condition with that 16.
And we're gonna try to offhand with the rapier, see if we can get it anymore.
Oh, you hit
And
it.
oh, it hits. See how much more we. Oh, that was so close to being 7.
7 would have been
Okay.
way better.
Yeah. Okay. And then there is nothing more I can do.
Oh, 7 would have been way better. Balar.
7.
I'm gonna jump off the wagon.
Okay, 15-foot movement.
To jump off the wagon?
Yeah, to get about 5 feet from the wagon and off it, yeah. 10 to get off, 5 to move off, away.
Okay.
It's not a standard just walk off.
Yeah,
You gotta climb.
All right.
It's essentially
So-
difficult terrain for the first little spot, and then 5 foot to get away from it. So there, that's 15. It would be right here.
Okay. I'm gonna bonus action into my bear.
Be around. I see the hat behind you.
Yeah, right here. I got
You'll
it.
get there.
If it makes
Working
me
on it.
happy.
Okay, so now my next question is how much movement am I gonna have left? Because the bear has 40 feet total. I had 30 feet total. I used 15.
So just 10 more than you would have had. So you use 15, so you have 25.
Okay, perfect. So I'm gonna 25. Waiting on the move, Dave.
Oh, sorry.
Dane.
I got you.
Okay.
Here you go.
All right, and then do I get a bonus attacking that thing from there with bitch slap right there, or do I have to be right next to her for that?
No, it's
Advantage.
enemies within 5 feet of her.
Okay, so I get advantage for both attack rolls then.
Yeah, you
Yep.
should. Let me. I'm gonna double check her barbarian thing, but I think that's the case. Go ahead and work under that assumption while I look at it.
Okay.
Total spirit aspects.
We're gonna do claw first. Both sucked. And then bite.
Any hostile creatures within 5 feet of bitch slap.
All right, so I missed my claw. I get a bite on him. 6 damage. 10 damage. And that'll be it for that turn.
Hell yeah. Aram.
All right. I can. We've talked about this before, but I'm going to double check this again. Dragon's Breath. I can cast it and then use it, right?
I think we talked about that. Isn't it a bonus to cast
Yeah.
and an action to use?
Yes. Action to cast it, and then or bonus action to cast it, and then an action to use it, or vice versa.
Yep.
The wording is weird, so that's why I was double checking because it's been a while. Okay, so because of my box, I want to move to the edge, and then cast Dragon's Breath on myself. And then actually use it.
Okay.
And my cone would be from there. That way.
Alright, so we move you here. Boom. Because on top of the Kristen Ventura again, I'm sure Larry will be pissed.
Yeah, well, I mean,
She didn't cheat,
What else
though.
am I
He was
gonna do?
technically dead.
it failed its saving throw.
Hell yeah. Spells.
There's 16 points of damage. And I think I'll move back to the middle of the cart. And then that'll end my turn.
Oh, wow. That's a heavy duty hitting spell. Let me see what Revivify is. Reviv. Resurrection. You can resurrect somebody from up to a century back. Revivifies within a minute. What's the other options we had?
Are you trying to bring back somebody?
Yeah, not right now. I'm thinking ahead. Sorry, I multitask.
There's like total resurrection.
Yeah, true
I
resurrection's even bigger than regular resurrection. So there's resurrection, true res, and revivify. What am I missing? One? I guess animate, but that's not going to be.
That's animate the dead. Yeah,
That's not actually bringing them back.
no.
But if you speak to the dead, it's like bringing them back.
You just keep casting speak to dead, so you have them like, hey, so you're
Right.
dead, you're my servant now, but you're also my husband. Thanks for being such a good sport about it. Okay, so Ankeg 13 feels a certain type of way. Has a bite for bitch slap. Does he though? Did you rage, Katie?
Yep.
The bear did some damage too. Nah, bitch slap is getting it. I rolled a 12 though, so I miss.
Don't forget to complete my move.
Gotcha. And bitch
Thank you.
slap, you're up.
Okay. Now that I can see what I'm doing.
So did you disengage, Mike? Because it's tall enough to swing at you up there.
Oh no, I didn't think it was. I thought I was out of range. If that's the case, then I'll just stay where I was then.
Okay. Because you were...
Wha- Yeah, right. Essentially,
Where'd
right
the
there.
square that was there go?
I might have accidentally taken it off. I'll put it back.
I was like, now you're just really truly on top of Miss Van Schurigan. That's pretty rude.
There you go. So that would have put me right here.
I think that... Is that cart smaller or am I crazy?
No, it's a 15-foot square, just like the rest of them. It kind of looks smaller, though, doesn't it?
I don't know. I just work here. All right, bitch slap.
According to the marker, it says it's a 15-foot square. That's what the other ones are marked.
Right?
I don't know.
Well, they look good, I guess. I don't know. All right.
Full colors recede, so it looks smaller. We'll go with
Yeah.
that. All right. I'm gonna stab it.
Stab it till it's dead.
18. I'm guessing that hits. I can't see anymore because that box got too big.
Yes.
Okay.
What box got hit?
That one with the stuff that happens.
Oh, the chat box.
Dice
Yeah.
box, chat box.
We can
yeah.
make it. You can make it smaller too. You know, you can unlock it if you right click on it and unlock it. You can make it whatever size you want.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll do that in a second.
It's easier if I do this. There you go.
What'd you do?
I cleared the chat box so that she could right click in it to resize it.
Excellent. Perfect. Cool. All right. I'll stab on him again.
Okay. Don't forget to donate to Riley's Children's Hospital as they need your dollars.
14 will hit.
While we're here, 14 hits.
4. 15 more. Oh, barely hanging on. Barely hanging on.
Oh, barely.
That'll be it.
All right. Slides up here. Let me get a deck save out of you, Lobolo.
All right, that'll be main.
The right hand side of the main page. Yep.
DEX. Ooh.
Good enough. So you take 6 damage.
Now, did he swing on me? Did he throw up on me? What
He
did he do?
shot poison acid out of his jowls at you.
No.
But now you're up.
Half naked.
Totally naked. Yeah, you're. If you don't, if it's not magical, it's definitely getting sizzled by the poison.
Oh, it is magical, isn't it? Or enchanted?
What?
My armor's enchanted or something.
Oh,
Or does it have to be?
You just have studded
does-
leather. Your feathered hat
Yeah.
is fantastic.
Well, it's just fantastic, but it's not magical.
Neither. Oh yeah, your
So-
studded leather is armor. Is psychic resistance. So yeah, that one is. That one's good. You're protected for that one.
Yay!
What you got though? You're up.
Oh, I'm going. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I heard something. You're up, and I was like, oh, all right, what's happening? All right, so are these little beanstalks here? Are they above, like, line of sight, or are they on the ground?
They're about 4.5 feet tall. So I mean, you're not super tall, but like you do see just over them. And these creatures are 8 foot tall. So I mean, you definitely can see them, unless they burrow.
All right, I'm gonna run over this way. 25 feet. In the process, I'm gonna put my dagger away and draw my bow.
Are you planning on trying to attack too?
I was.
So you can't put your dagger away and draw your bow, but you could drop your dagger and draw your bow and still get an attack off.
All right, that's what I do then.
Okay.
I drop my dagger.
You still have enough time to put one away and pull one out and pull an arrow. But you can pull an arrow after you drop your thing because you're not interacting with it. You just let it go.
Gotcha. All right. So I'm gonna lob an arrow at number in Kig number 24. Oh, whiff. I can still use my second attack, right?
Yeah, you can still use your 2 attacks.
Ooh, it's a hit. All right. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay. And Nkeg 9 has a certain little savage rogue next to it, so it's going to attack. But it rolls a critical failure, so Zenevieve, you get an attack of opportunity on the Nkeg.
Yay! I hit it.
You did hit it.
Do I get sneak with that then, or no?
No, it's just an attack of opportunity.
Just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. It killed it.
Hey, you still killed it. Yeah. Hey, you killed that thing all by yourself. I cut its head off. Put it on your wall.
It's a keeper.
I'll think about it. That sounds like a lot to carry around, though.
Yeah, but bitch will carry it.
Hey, put it in the part. Just put it in the parts carriage over here in the back.
Yeah, put it right next to all the other dead bodies.
Yeah, another body for the books. Sylvia.
I'm gonna try to aim at 13 again.
All right, I have faith in you.
And I'm using different dice this time, so.
That's the key.
Okay, sharpshooter again. Fuck! 10.
10? Girl, what are you doing?
Not using good dice.
Oh, man. Maybe put some stank on it. You get 2 attacks.
I'm gonna roll it like I would in the hood.
Yeah. Whoosh.
That was really bad. Yeah, I got a 5. Yeah.
Okay.
That did nothing.
So you missed 2 more shots. Tink, tink, right off the what is it called? What kind of armor is it? It's chitin armor. Thank you. I always want to call it the other one.
Chitin.
Yeah. But it makes sense. Marcus Farmer's not doing anything. Neither are any of the creatures. Like the horses and stuff, they're not pulling any farther away since the creature's not focusing on them. And we are back to the top for Zenevieve.
All right, having killed the one, she's gonna... Oh, she can't make it. Oh. Can she make it over here if she dashes?
You're trying to get to it and yeah.
Okay.
Because you'd have 60, so you only need 45 for that, 50.
Perfect. And then she's gonna try and finish it. Yes!
God damn it. Poor Nkegs. Oh, there goes my computer fucking snapping britches again. It's like a fucking chainsaw.
And that'll be the end of her turn.
Okay. Bear Baller.
I'm gonna keep it simple, start with claws.
Okay.
24 will hit.
Made it.
Got him. He did.
Hell yeah. So you guys managed to kill some Mankheads, huh? It's pretty exciting. Now what are you guys going to do? Since all three of them are dead that you know of, there's giant bodies laying about, and there's easily 300-foot tunnels from three different directions from the directions those guys came out in the ground. The tunnels they've basically collapsed. I mean, they're not like, you can't just go wandering in them, but they did, but that's what they're made to do.
Look, I know you guys like to spelunk and all that, but let's get these damn carts to the city, and then we'll come back and spelunk all you want.
It's cool. I do want to load up at least one of these bodies because chitin is some decent armor material.
Right?
As I can't wear metal due to reasons.
Okay. So you're going to load up one or all three?
If you guys want to load all three, I'm down for it.
I would let's do all three.
Will the cart handle all this?
If we chop
I don't know
them
how
up,
much these things weigh.
If we chop them up, yes.
I mean, if you guys are going to take the time to take the pieces that you think you want versus the whole body, it would take a little more time, but it would be less struggle and less goopy. I mean, these things are oozing out guts. Like, when you step on a tick and it explodes green pus, these guys are full of that kind of shit. It's nasty. Blood and pus and all kinds of stuff just oozing out of these holes in their armor and everything. I mean, they don't look great, and like their bodies are slimy and nasty and pretty gross. But I mean, if you want to cut off some chunks of their armor, maybe remove them and like clean them and keep them separate, it'd probably, like I said, take a little longer. It'd probably take 15-20 minutes per to use a survival check to gut them essentially, and skin them.
So as a bear who's genetically engineered for seafood life, would it be plausible that I could just rip plates off?
You could rip plates off as a bear. I would allow that. I would not give you much precision. Because bears aren't like, I'm going to crack off this for a breastplate. No, they're like, I'm going to crack this open so I can get to the guts. Like, they don't give a shit if it comes off in a whole piece or if they just brute strength pull that bitch out, So you guys tell me what your thoughts are, and we'll do whatever you want.
Mike, are you okay taking an extra minute or two to...
Extra minute or two. Okay. I'm just thinking, there's tunnels. There's a chance there's more of these fucking things.
So it's an hour. We're talking an hour.
We're on an escort quest that we've lost half the fucking members to. I just want to get this shit over with. Get these guys to town, and then we can come fuck around all we want. We can go check out the tunnels, whatever. I don't care. But yeah, sure. Couple extra minutes. Yeah, let's do this.
So it's an hour, because there's three of them. They take about 20 minutes a piece to get the good pieces separated without damaging them. Anybody else? And then it's 3 survival checks, and it's pass-fail. So you either get chunks or the knives and weapons you use ruin the armor to the point where when you pull it apart, it crumbles.
Who's all rolling survival?
I got a +7.
His is probably the best.
Can I just burn? 4. Can I just burn the meat behind the armor and make it softer to pull off?
Not super well.
I rolled an 18.
The second one looked pretty good. Why is it a D20 +1 on that, though?
Because I got a +1 on survival.
Oh, Labolo did it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I thought Balar had the +7 and he was rolling. So we did 3 different people did it.
Oh, I thought that's what you meant.
No, that's totally fine. I'm fine with that. The only one of you that comes away with anything, though, is Labolo. He comes away with one nice big chunk of plated insectoid, essentially. It would make an okay breastplate.
Can I use my DM inspiration from last session to reroll?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get rid of those fucking stars.
Oh.
Do you want to use Mike's too? Mike, you gonna give it to him?
No.
I mean, Labolo probably won't wear that armor anyway. He's probably grossed out by it, but he definitely popped a nice chunk off compared to you. And what happened is like just where your guys' got damaged between fire and knives and stuff, you just happened to crack or pierce the better chunks of armor that were there to be offered of the creatures. So when you tried to remove them, they split in half or crumbled or cracked, or they just didn't hold up to the test of time. But Labolo's did. He got one nice, I'll say a pair, 2 chunks.
Well, with Lobolo's location, I would assume he pulled his from number 24. Number
the
24
singed one.
Yeah, the one that was heated. I'm just saying.
No, it's
There you go.
it's blackened, but it's in one piece. Seasoned for her pleasure. Or I'm not sure if that works.
Black and chitin armor.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, you've got 2 chunks of blackened chitin armor, I guess. It's not armor yet. It need to be fashioned. Does anybody have armorer, or weaponsmithing or anything like that as a thing?
No, but it'll have to be done in town.
Yeah, somebody in
For
town
me,
can probably
anyways.
help. Okay.
We're going to a merchant town, so
You're
I
going
would
to a
wager.
large city. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably 4 times as big as Blacktome Keep, easily.
Gotcha.
Easily. Probably even 6. I don't know. I'd have to look at it again. Hooray, the chainsaw's back. But, so now you guys are back on the road then?
Yeah.
Let me get a strength check from my 2 strong guys real quick. So that'd be probably Bitch Slap and...
Apparently me.
Are you stronger than Sylvia? I mean, she's pretty dexterous more than anything.
I got a 19 in strength.
Oh, you roll.
What?
Oh, you're a bear still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, bear and bitch slap probably. You guys are able to basically get the cart back on the road, the wagon back on the roads with the aid of the injured horse. Is anybody going to tend to the horse that's bleeding profusely? Or
Yes, I'm gonna go use healing word on it.
hell yeah, that horse loves you for that. Go ahead and actually cast it on him since he's got a token and he's on the combat tracker. It is draft horse 3.
I'm gonna use it on spell level 2.
Okay. He's just down 4. It's more just like a bloody, bruised, kind of jagged scar now more than anything. He's a little tender, but not bleeding profusely. What's that horse's name, Kelly?
Draft horse number 3.
Okay, good. We'll leave it as. I want you guys to name more things so I can take them from you, like Milo. All right, that's it for the NKEGs. That's it. You guys managed to get the armor. You get back on the road. You guys start to travel, heading back to town. Final evening. I need 3. I'm gonna do 3 rolls. I need 3 people to tell me high or low.
Hi.
Low.
Hi.
You made all 3 of them. You guys pissed me off beyond compare. No combat, no surprises. On the around lunchtime, noonish, just after noon of the 5th day of travel, you guys managed to roll up on Summerside. It is a sprawling metropolis with different. It's a sprawling metropolis with different sections to it. It's pretty big. There's lots of farmland on the outside of it. As you can see, you're coming from the south. I've shared it with your screens. And it is on, some of the stuff on here is accurate. Some of it might be a little dated, but for the most part, it should be fine. You're coming in the south gate by the Gantline Alley.
When you say dated, do you mean stuff from the future? Or...
Yeah, like some of the stuff is not quite as built up as this, maybe. But I mean, I might be able to leave it. I think it's fine. I just used the same map and I didn't edit it to remove certain things that maybe aren't there, like the rib tickler.
Yeah, I know this map.
The rib tickler is under construction, though, so it's just not the original rib tickler is being built now. In the other game, the second rendition of the rib tickler has been created, but in this game, it is just the first.
Gotcha.
Upon pulling up to the city, the tradesman insignia that the von Schurgens have allows your 3 wagons, 1 cart, 6 horses, and a bunch of individuals to enter into the city. Upon entering the city, she directs you all basically to go to the Killick Fair, which is in almost the middle. It's just west of the Dagger Board, which is basically dead center. I can mark it. Here we go.
I see the Dagger Board.
Here's Killick Fair.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
So she directs you to go there. Killick Fair is a large market center. The Hatchway Bazaar is more open air. The Killick Fair has more housing, like more like physical structures than wagons and things. So you
The other one's a flea market, and this one's Walmart.
yeah
Or mall.
yeah sure. I mean, however you need to look at it to feel good, but that's about right. Yeah. But you got to take them to the Killick Fair. The 3 wagons get parked at a large merchant store. It's like a general store. It has a ton of stuff in it. There's an armorer, there's a weaponsmith, there's a potion shop. The potion shop is probably the smallest of them, and it is the most not sturdy. It's most like lean-to-y of the ones, and it seems almost like it's been put in the alley between the armorer and the weapon shop. But it's there, and it's semi-sturdy. And then there's the Van Schurgen Merchant Center, which is in Killick Fair as well. And most buildings are built around it as they supply a lot of the inventory to many of the merchants of the town.
Okay, so well, now that we're where we need to be, I approach Christy von Schrugen.
Mm-hmm. Who I don't think you guys have said more than 10 words to ever.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Just make sure.
Tell her, we got you here, my lady. What else do you need from us? Do you need us to take these bodies somewhere, drop your stuff off? What do you need us to do from here?
I feel like you're done. I mean, you managed to get me and one of my escorts here alive, and 4 of my team have died in this venture, and will cost quite a bit of money to bring back to life since your escort services weren't up to what were required for the job. What are you expecting? I'm a lady of my word. My family's word is its bond, so you'll be compensated. But if I wasn't a lady of my bond, I would feel justified in saying you didn't earn the full fee. She's pretty blunt. She's very straightforward, very blunt. She basically says you did a shit fucking poor job. We got here by the skin of our teeth. You guys went all different directions, left us unguarded. Half my team is dead. More than half my team, 75% of my squad is fucking murdered. One of them gone forever, who I grew up with. But yeah, I'm sure I'll have to pay you. So what are you looking for?
I mean, I'm not going to speak for the group, but I don't necessarily disagree
And she
with
paid us,
that
she
tone.
paid us for the equipment we pulled off the dead bodies, so I think we can call it even to that effect.
She's actually good with that. She won't put a bad word in with anybody and besmirch your name if you take no money. You did make a couple, and I gave it to you as well, Sylvia. You got some extra gold on your sheet on here. I can look at what it is and tell you in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you guys did sell her like 600 gold worth of equipment through the venture.
Yeah,
You guys
I'm fine with that.
Well, all is not lost then. We may need your services again, but perhaps get better. Stay focused. I can't afford to bring Larry back from the dead as many times as it might require for you to get your shit together. Thank you for what you did do. Obviously, we made it here. I made it here. I just, I'm going to miss my childhood friend and handmaiden for my entire life that is no longer, around.
I mean, she was swept down the water. That doesn't necessarily mean she's gone. I mean,
I'll tell you what. I will put 1,000 gold if you bring me her body so I can bring her back to life.
Ooh.
I will be right back, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
If
We
the
do
rest of
have
the
an
crew's with
octopus.
it, I'm game for it.
Go find body.
There's not a huge time frame here because she's going to have to use resurrection regardless, so she's got a full century. But she would. I mean, if you find the body and you bring her enough of it to make her back to normal or whatever, she would pay for that to get her handmaiden back.
Well then, guys, any complaints?
Nope.
We got her nest task, so let's go find ourselves a body.
Awesome. So you guys have entered the city. I'm going to describe it a little bit. So it is a bustling metropolis. There's a bunch of different sections. You guys entered in through Gatline Alley, which is just the main southern gate entrance. It's actually kind of a poor district there. It's very it's prolific with sailors and the like through Gatline, through Midshipman's Nuts and Roll, which is a bakery. Capsize is the name of the town that Gatline Alley feeds into, and it really is just anybody who fishes or sails on a regular basis. This is where most of their domiciles are. Next to it, and what you'll pass along the side of, is the Temple Alley or the Temple area, which is I guess they call it Batten Hill is the name of it. It's basically a kind of a hillier section of the city in which there are 4 main temples erected. It's just off of the Emerald Strand, which is a wealthy section of loggers and merchants where they live. But the Coppice's Temple, Bombara's Temple, Perego's Temple. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Majesty Hill. Batten Hill is in the Emerald Strand. I'm sorry. Keeper's Hill is where a lot of the military of the city goes. Anchor's Point is one of the 2 ports. There's Port Summer and then there's Anchor Point, which is a smaller port. The Rib Tickler is under construction. It looks like it's going to be an arena of some type. The Red Sock is a small 1-story facility with a wine cellar. It is a house of ill repute that has men and women for sale for your pleasure, as well as other underhanded type things. That is where Cal is supposed to meet her friend, the one finger missing assassination guy. I can't remember. Do you remember? I can't remember off the top of my head the name of his friend in town you're supposed to be meeting. Do you have that?
I could have sworn I wrote it down, but now I can't find it.
That's fine. It's not super important yet, but it's something to keep looking for. Let's see what else there is. The Bulkhead Bowery is it's a bowery. So if you don't know what that is, I'm sorry, because I don't either. I'm just kidding. Bowery is a street and neighborhood in Lower Manhattan, apparently. So apparently, that's what that is. It's also a farming home. That's interesting.
I mean, there are probably notes from the future.
No, I don't have any
put it
notes
that
from the
way.
future in here. They don't they don't transition from Fantasy Grounds campaign to Fantasy Grounds campaign. I just got the map.
Oh, okay.
Which is good because none of those people besides maybe 2 are actually even around. But yeah, and then to get to Killick Fair, you would pass what eventually will be the Dagger Board. It's currently just a tall tower, a wide tall tower. It looks vacant. Fisherman's Nook is an ale house. Flatback is a neighborhood. The Chivalry is essentially traveling. I don't want to say gypsies because apparently that's racist, and I don't want to be racist, but like
Roman.
roaming, types, mystical roaming types. It's similar in the sense that it's like the Hatchway Bazaar. It's very open markety feel. There's a couple of tents with crystal balls hanging on signs in front, fortune tellers and luck bracelets, and just selling kind of stuff that may or may not have any merit to it.
So it's sort of a magic fair.
Yeah, it's there's some magic there. One of the most renowned things as you're traveling the city, you'll see signs throughout the city pointing towards things. One of the most well-known parts and oldest buildings in Summerside is the Nomenclature Institute. It is a gigantic library and school for wizards. That's something to consider and think of, just to know that it's there at least if you ever need anything. That is in the far left corner. It's pretty close to Killick Fair. Local Catch is another bar, Knock and None Ale House. There's a lot of bars and restaurants around, but yeah. So you guys are in a big ass city. You can do whatever the fuck you want. We already have another quest lined up that you guys can march off onto right away if you like, or you can spend a day, shower, shave, grab an ale, hit the Red Sox for whatever missions you like, maybe do whatever. So I'm going to shut the freak up as long as I can make myself do it and let you guys discuss thoughts as you like. And I'm going to start with Cal and work my way back to Mike on the screen. So Cal. What does Zenevie need?
Zenevie is going to want to go find who Franz sent her to go find in Summerside.
I know. I think I wrote it down. Let me check the notes. And again, I'll remind you guys again, if you haven't been using them, and Jacob, I want to throw this at you. You've got one in here for having used it already. On the right-hand side of the screen on your Fantasy Grounds, in those tabs, there's the notes section. And you can make notes. You just hit the little green plus sign and make a note. So like as we're playing, so you don't lose your stuff or like misplace the notebook it was in, you can just click there and punch a note and say, oh, Killick Fair, I met John the Smithy. Nice guy. Made my insect armor. Love him. Whatever. You can just put that stuff in there. It's pretty nice. And you can't. Nobody else can see it besides me and you. So don't worry about what you put in there necessarily. See, Cal just put a new note together, which is good. Black Tomb Keep. I like your notes there. All Dirty Diver, Jake. That's you got quite a few different things in there that look pretty good. Rhubar the blacksmith, Rico the cook. Yeah, I wish. See the Outer Wall District. I'll check my NPCs too because I think I already made him. I just have to remember what his name was. And your friend's name. What was your friend's name?
My criminal contact, Franz.
Franz, that's right. Okay, I can make it work. I've got a couple in here. I can use one of them. Cool. So, Cal, you want to find your criminal contact's contact. So, are you going to just head straight over to the Red Sock?
Yeah.
Okay, you're currently at Killick Fair. You're all basically just got unwagoned and just got slapped in the face with your worthless band of adventurers. Redeem yourselves by finding my handmaiden, and then we'll maybe get you some more jobs in the future. And you all have some money, and you're all standing together. Do you just say, okay, well, we're in the city, nice to know you guys, I'm going to take off ahead to the place of my own, or do you talk to any of them, or do you...
I say I have someone in the city I need to make contact with, and perhaps find even another job opportunity for us. If anybody would like to come with me, I hear their place of residence is quite interesting.
I'm down to go with.
I'm going.
Girl party.
So wait, is that just Katie and Cal at this point, or did somebody else say something too?
Sylvia.
Hell yeah, the lady squad. I love this. We get real super sexist. It's like ladies and men. The ladies are like, we're going to go over here and find a 3-armed troll baby to keep and raise. And the guys are like, let's go over here and see if we can find magic items. I don't know what they're doing. All right, so that ties up all three ladies in one fell swoop. You guys are going to head to the House of Ill Repute to meet with Franz's contact, which I'll name once we get to him. And then I'll skip next to Bear. Labolo, what's he have going on?
But before you jump on that, I'm just going to go with the girls because I have nothing better to do.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
I really want to wash this acid off and get my armor fixed.
Okay.
So
there's a few decent places to stay in town.
All right. What do you recommend as a good bathhouse?
So it's funny enough, there isn't a bathhouse. Each of the individual inns, though, have their own facilities where they'll haul water up to a tub for you. They'll even heat it with minor incantations and things like that.
What?
Yeah, there isn't a full-on bathhouse in the larger city, which is maybe makes sense as there's so many people it maybe get mucky-mucked.
Right. So is let's see. So is a ale house considered the an inn or?
Naka Nun Ale House is an ale house. The Local Catch is a restaurant. The Jack Tar Tavern has an inn. The Ironclad Inn is mostly an inn.
All right.
The Red Sock has places to stay, but they're by the hour.
Nice. I'm gonna mosey on over to the Ironclad Inn. I let everybody know. It's like, hey guys, I gotta wash and take care of my armor. I'm gonna head over to the Ironclad Inn, and then.
Okay. There's a few places I haven't even been. We haven't been on the other game either on this map. There's a lot of places on this map, so it's. Oh, there goes the chainsaw. All right, cool. So Kelly is off to do his own thing. Mike is going to head with the ladies. Cheyenne, you're heading with the other ladies to the Red Sock. Jacob, what's Balar doing?
I'm gonna take that chitin and see what I can do about some upgraded armor.
Okay, good place to do that. Ferric Foundry. No. Doesn't make sense, really. Let me look. Where did it go? I had a whole place for this. Really, in the Killick Fair, there is a armor in the Killick Fair you could definitely utilize.
Yeah, wherever. I'm not picky.
Okay, and do you have a budget in mind?
Something I can afford.
And what armor do you have now? Hide?
Right now I've got studded leather.
Okay.
So I don't know if they can make anything better than that. But
Let me look. It'll take a day. The gentleman behind the counter is, he's maybe late 50s, human, kind of scruffy, not very filled in beard, thinning but long hair, wearing like his leather, metalworker schmuck, and like pretty grizzled, has a couple like burn scars on his forearms and cheeks and stuff from when stuff is flown up from him doing all his metal work and things. He is
doesn't
happy.
like churros, does he?
He might. That guy's a halfling though. I'm looking for you. Let me double check. 12. What is that leather? 13.
Studded is, I just had it open here. Base 12.
Yeah, I think I could do scale mail, but have it be a 13.
Yeah.
Instead of a 14, I think, because it's basically what it is. It's a type of scale mail. Oh, here I got it. It's gonna cost you though. You ready to pay for it?
What kind of cost are we talking?
About 200 gold. And I'll give you the full 14 too.
The what?
The full 14 AC.
Yeah. I'd like to trade off studded leather if that affects the price at all as well.
He'll give you 5 gold for your used studded leather with the Ankheg hole through the chest of it.
All right, so 195 for scale mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, I'm gonna drop it on your sheet because it's a specific one.
Okay. You gonna put it right in my inventory?
Yes, sir.
Then I just right-click delete my studded leather, right?
Yes, sir.
Sweet. And
I got it.
you doing the gold too, or?
Nope.
I got that.
Okay, yeah, you do the gold. It's be 340. What?
351.
Yeah, 351.
I got left.
Perfect. All right, cool. And I put it on you, so your armor class now is 14.
Well, 15 technically, because I got that.
Because you have that thing on,
So,
and
yeah.
It looks like it is. We still have wild shape active. Let me get rid of that. Ion stone is active, so that's fine. So yeah, so you're at 15 now. That's pretty good for a druid.
So after you took away the effects, it dropped me back down to 11.
Oh, I probably put it on you when I did. Let me go into inventories. 10. Inventory and Anya. Read it and read. 14. There you go.
Sweet. Other than that, I'm just gonna go to the. Where were you going, Kelly? The Ironclad?
Ironclad in.
And
Yeah,
then
I'm gonna-
you'll technically have that armor as of like tomorrow this time. He said it's gonna take him a day to reinforce the chitin and to make it into scale mail.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go to the Ironclad. Food, drink, relax, and then I am gonna get a room while I'm there so I can do some meditating and adjust some of my spells.
Hell yeah. Alright, so 2 at the Ironclad.
Where did Jacob? Where did you go to get your armor fixed or made?
In
One of
Killick
the
Fair.
yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can find it again. It should be.
It's in the green circle.
Oh, but all right. So yeah, let me know when I'm done getting cleaned up and stuff, and I'll probably go there and repair my armor also, or do something with my armor.
Your armor's good.
I know.
Okay. It's your like clothes that got acidified.
I just want to go shopping for armor.
Yeah, you do. All right. Very cool. So you guys go to the Ironclad, which I should be able to.
You know what? I was gonna go with the ladies, and then I started shuffling through my bag and realized there was something that I do need to do while we're here in town.
Hell yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that?
I have a belt from Sir, what's his name? The one that died.
Yeah.
That's got all these markings on it. I thought about maybe taking it to a magical shop just to make sure it's not something magical with all these markings.
Okay. Best place to probably do that would be one of two places that you can see on the map. Can you name them after our conversation?
The Nomenclature Institute.
That's
that
one.
would probably be.
That'd be the ritzy one.
Yeah. And then the other one would be trying to move the map and I'm moving the whole thing.
I do that all the time. Don't worry.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you said something about something here at the Killick Fair, but
100%. The Killick Fair has some places. There's a potion shop. The Chivalry is essentially outside the normal state of affairs. It's like the merchant quarter. It's like the Mystics quarter.
yeah. Well, okay. So then, sounds like that's the quarter I want to head to then.
That would be your less hoity-toity, make an appointment type place. Because you might find a random magic user to look at it and figure it out.
Yeah. I mean, find somebody and have this thing checked out.
And then you're going to head to the Ironclad Inn too?
Yeah.
Did you guys make it aware that the Ironclad Inn was going to be your guys' decision as to where you'd meet up later, maybe?
Yeah.
Sound good?
Yeah, I had said before I headed over that way and they boogied out.
Okay.
That I'll be staying at the Ironclad.
Okay, that's perfect. So, very good. Ironclad is 3 gold for a modest room with meals included and a bath.
Yeah.
How about the upgraded rooms?
6. It's
I'll take it out.
king-size bed with a large chest with a key, a closet of sorts. It's like a walk-in, essentially dressing room, more than a closet even. And it has like a table with 6 chairs at it, and it has end tables on the side. It has its own bath versus the public bath that they use. It's not a public bath in the sense that it's like everybody's in there at once, but it's one that like gets shared by the people that don't have bathtubs in their room.
Okay, so 6 gold already removed, and we're gonna do another 2 for Tiff.
Okay, that's good.
I know. Let's talk about that enchanting bath. Tell me all about it.
Okay, well, he takes his clothes off, he gets all naked, he gets all wet in the tub, and it feels good. He's loving that shit.
What? Do I smell nice at least? I mean,
You will by the end of the lavender. All the lavender.
What? Yes.
I knew I was helping you out. All right. Cool. So that's the boys, really. They're all kind of off doing things. Jacob, it's going to take you some time to negotiate and to tell them exactly how you want your armor. Bear, it's going to take Lobolo some time to A, get to the Ironclad, and then B, strip down, get cleaned up, do all those things. Aram, it'll take you some time to meander through the chivalry and see somebody who maybe knows what they're talking about to strike a discussion up about your belt. And now, ladies, we head across town to go to the Red Sock, House of Ill Repute. You enter in. It is a smoke-filled, 50 by 50 room with the upstairs, very short, like half the size upstairs with 2 smaller rooms that you couldn't even see from the street because they're only on the back of the building. Almost like a weird duplex, but then there is a door that goes down to a kind of busted-ass Michigan basement wine cellar. Inside there are multiple people drinking. There's multiple people laughing and gambling. There's multiple people with people who are obviously, ladies of the night or men of the evening on their arm, of different races and sizes and shapes and everything. There is a hall after the main room that goes back and kind of curves in like a S form and has rooms off of it as well. So there's a few of those, as I said, kind of smaller by the hour rooms available. There are a pair of dwarven gentlemen sitting without any workers on them, drinking and eating mutton, drinking ale and eating mutton in the corner by themselves. Cal, give me an intelligence check, just to see kind of how much you remember about who you're looking for. I'll roll one in my own head too.
It does sound angry. Uh-oh.
It does, Dane.
What did it say?
We can hear your fan now.
Oh, it's fucking a chainsaw. It's like going bananas.
Do you have a temperature monitor on your computer?
It's not even hot, bro. Like, I mean, it's when I first turned it on. Even it's a little warm, but never warmer than it's been. I'm gonna.
We were talking about it earlier. I think he's got some dust or something stuck inside the fan. He's gonna have to clear out. It keeps shifting. It's there and then it goes away and then it comes back. And we talked about it before you guys got here.
So yeah, just keep the temperature thing open just in case.
I don't even know how to find that. So.
Okay. Oh well. In the house of ill repute.
Okay. Let me find.
Okay.
That's not gonna work.
Waiting for the bass drop.
I don't need it. I was gonna put a building up for the red sock, but I don't know if I'm gonna need it. You go in there. The dwarves are not who you're looking for. There is a gentleman that fits the description that Franz had mentioned, that you think could very well easily be the guy. You just don't want to make a wrong decision,
Okay.
Hey, so I heard you could point me in the direction of somebody to murder. You know what I mean? That just doesn't sit well.
Yeah. We just got here. I don't want to get arrested too quickly. I'm going to go to the closest barmaid and get a drink first.
Hell yeah.
And how much is that going to cost me?
You can get a kind of shitty ale for a silver or two, depending on what you decide. How shitty you want it to be.
How about moderately shitty?
Yeah, 2 silver.
All right.
Get a quick bush light. You'll be fine.
And then I'm going to slowly approach the guy who kind of fits the description. I'm not certain.
Mm-hmm.
And just not necessarily initiate conversation with him yet. I'm just going to sit by him.
All right. Well, he is on the map. He looks like that. Got a red whatever across his forehead, a red bandana or something across his forehead. He's wearing pretty standard, shirt and overalls, leather pants.
Wolverine mutton chops.
Mutton chops. He has a short sword on his back, a dagger on his side, crossbow by his feet at the table, and a pack of bolts along his other side opposite his dagger. But you approach him and you sit down, or you walk over and do the hand on the table, like in the steepled way, like, I was just stopping by to steeple my hands on your table and ask you a quick question about murdering people for money.
Oh no, she full on sits down. She makes it the attention she's not going anywhere.
Okay, so Cal Zenevieve runs over, gets a drink, and immediately slides a drink in her hand, walks on over to a guy she thinks it is, and plops down beer in front of her. Bitch Slap and Sylvia, you're both there as well. She does all of that. Basically, you see her get the drink. By the time you guys get to where she is, she's got her drink. She starts to head over. Lady knows what she wants.
Oh, might as well get a drink too.
Do you want to sit up at the like bar and let her conduct her business and just watch, or do you want to like go on both sides of her? Give the muscle.
Right. Little Kyle slinks over, puts a beer down. Hi. Bitch slap shows up. Everything okay here? You know.
Well, I'm kind of interested in what's going on. So I think I'll get the bottom of the barrel beer here.
The 1 silver, I like it.
The shittiest
Oh,
of
I
beers.
just accidentally did something and my money changed a lot.
Oh, well, you better fix it, because I can't do anything to help. How do I find out where my temperature is on this thing?
It's usually an app or an app that has a temperature gauge in it.
Alright.
Oh, that's just Indy, not my computer temperature.
Oh. My my video card application app that comes with that has a gauge in it.
What kind of system are you using?
Windows 10,
No, I mean computer.
HP Pavilion.
Yeah, you're gonna have to dig that up off the internet and see if, if they have an actual computer maintenance system inside, then it should be in there. But I don't know. I haven't used the HP for a while.
It's fine, I'll check it out. System information. Go ahead. So, okay, so you one of you goes over, the other two of you, at least Bitch Slap wants to go over too. Sylvia?
Yeah, I'll go over with.
Hell yeah. So all three of you mob this dude's table real fast. He looks a little taken aback when like the three of you basically all slam down on seats around him and just stare at him.
Big guy.
What else is going on there though? Help me understand. Obviously intent, also conversation striker upper points. Like how are we doing this?
How's your drink?
Bland. That's not why I come here. What can I help you with? Surely you didn't just want to rest your feet.
In Thieves' Cant, Zenevie's gonna ask him, do you know anybody by the name of Franz?
So smart. So you do like a whole American Sign Language, whatever, Thieves' Cant. And he does. His eyes get a little big. He says, listen, tell Franz I'll have his money. All right? I'll have it. Just, I need more time.
I'm not here to collect for him.
Oh, thank God. Oh, well, what do you want?
Trust me, if anything, you probably owe me money because he owes me.
Oh. How much does he owe you?
20 gold.
Nice.
No, Franz told me that you might have an opportunity for me.
I see. So you're a worker type.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, this is a large city, and the need is maybe not always necessary, but there's definitely plenty of times when such a need as you speak of arrives. He says in Thieves' Cant. So Sylvia and Bitch Slap are sitting there, and these two are like signing and saying odd words back and forth that don't sound like any known language to you. And most of the words are either mumbled or quiet, and a lot of it is really just hand signals. But occasionally they'll say something like "and" or "reckon," like just weird things to kind of conjoin stuff together. He's curious though, Zenevieve. He wants to know your skill level without sounding rude. So it's hard to translate through Thieves' Cant as it's not made for a full conversation necessarily. But he's like, I have a few ideas of people who would hire someone of your talents, but I don't want to miss the mark as they would not look kindly on a failed attempt.
Oh,
Thank God. The chainsaw stopped. Oh,
I'm so happy for you.
it's so loud, bro.
Zenevieve is gonna pause for a moment and then say, I'm not looking for anything that is going to stir up any trouble for me or my party.
Wrong business to be in, don't you think?
Not enough trouble for us to be noticed, but enough trouble to make it worth it.
Well, I mean, it'll be worth it. So something to make it worth it. I mean, as long as you're for sure going to go through with it, I mean, there's some decent money in it. Is that the main? I assume you, like most people, the money is the main differentiating factor.
Oh, of course.
Determining factor, differentiating, whatever. Give me today. I didn't know I had players. So is it just you, or are these two giants? This Hordier one and this other one with matching cloak of you, are they involved? Is this a 3-man job you're looking for, or just you, or what? Help me understand what work you need.
There is 6 of us in the party total. If I don't know how in tune they may be with murder.
And it's funny because like all the other words were fine in Thieves' Cant, and then she just says murder.
Makes me chuckle a little bit.
That one's fine with murder.
Of course, Thieves' Cant wouldn't disguise murder, right?
It's the one word.
We're thieves. We're not murderers. No, obviously that you don't hear murder, but out of character you can chuckle because it was said. Okay. Yeah. I mean that's kind of the name of the game, though, isn't it? So I guess again, is it just you, or are you? I mean, what kind of level of person can you take out? I have a few ideas as to who they're going to want me to work with, or at least in what areas we're talking about, and depending on your level of skill, I hate to say it, but Franz is great. I do owe him some money. He is my cousin, but like, he didn't tell me about you, and I don't know what level of abilities you have, and what level of attempt could be made, and actually work through.
Well, why don't you send him an email and talk to him about it, and we'll come back to you.
I'll shoot him one. Let me send one. I've got a friend that was just out in the fields south of here recently. I'm sure he'll be back anytime.
What was his name?
Bandit 17.
Did he happen to have a kid?
He does. He has a bunch of kids. He's the most prolific fucker I know. You missed it, Sylvia. They murdered Bandit 17, and Bandit 17 had a note from his kid that said, "I hope to see you soon, Daddy," and it was like a picture of the kid and the dad.
Let's just clarify. We killed the whole entire group.
No, you left Marcus to live to tell another tale.
Lobolo left Marcus to live, and we just kind of went along with it.
Kids, yeah.
Right.
So.
My favorite part is he's now a beggar in the city here because they wouldn't hire him at Von Schuren's place because he's a bum. So, oh man, you guys basically
But he got
one fire into.
He got to live. He did get to live though.
He is alive. He can live to fight another day.
There's a bean field somewhere around here that could use a farmer. So
a bean. Yeah. That's true. A bean field.
Yeah, kind of tore up a little bit too. A little burnt,
Oh, it's still on fire. You guys didn't even put that one out.
Nope.
Roasted beans.
I do like roasted beans.
Alright. Genevieve's gonna pause again and then go, "We have another job to fulfill at the moment. I will check back in with you when we're completed that one, and I'll have a better understanding of what it is we want to do."
Okay. That sounds good. I mean, obviously I'll look around too, so maybe... And it's like midday right now, right? So if you want to come back maybe after dinner tonight, I might have a couple of ideas and a couple of price points for you as far as what they'll run you. And you can let me know kind of what your full intent is and how deep and how long you have to complete it.
Sounds great. While we're here, she's going to find the closest lady of the night she can and go, "Hey, you want to go?"
Yes. That is why I work.
And she's going to go off with them.
Fuck yeah. Genevieve's a trip. Murder and sex, her favorite things. We're going to have to make a sticker for Genevieve that's like all of my favorite things, except for it's like murder and prostitutes and all kinds of shit. I get in trouble and it's so legit. These are a few of my favorite things. help me out, Kelly. You'll have to write that one.
I'm still processing.
So my favorite thing song turned into an assassin's dreams. Apparently, assassin who is into ladies of the night. Hey, I do not shame sex workers. They got to make a living. They got kids too. Somebody got to eat. All right, cool. So, ladies, she up and meanders off with a lady of the night to one of the by hour rooms, and she spends 50 gold in the flash of a moment. But she has a great time. I'm not gonna. Actually, do roll me a Constitution save just to make sure we're good.
Oh no! I have to roll over SDTs.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a thing.
You're the one who want to get into it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say roll in the tower.
Oh. Do I have to roll again?
Yep.
Damn it. Oh, darn. I'm so scared.
All right, good. I have it noted here.
Okay. Oh, no.
Awesome. And so, Bitch Slap and Sylvia, you're left holding one shitty beer and nothing. I don't think, Sylvia, did you get a drink?
I did.
You did? Okay. So sitting at the table now with this guy who finishes his drink after she offs with the lady of the night. He finishes his drink, kind of nods to the two of you awkwardly, and then kind of limps out. It looks like he's got an old injury that makes him limp. He picks up his crossbow off the ground and limps out the front door.
Would I possibly recognize anybody since it's Summerside? I know I used to be a guard here.
Yes. The guards haven't changed a ton. There's some who probably died or who maybe moved on like you did. Having worked Summerside, you know the city better than the rest of these guys. Obviously, you know the ins and outs of the Guards Watch as well, at least as of a couple years ago. Is there anyone you're looking for in particular that you're thinking, or just like somebody you would recognize?
More of like my parents or something.
So you could go and look for them if you wanted. They were known to have been scammers in the Batten Hill district, because it's like a mid-class area that they can easily head up and over to the Emerald Strand to try to, scam the more wealthy clerics and merchants that stay in the Emerald Strand.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at Bitch Slap and be like, hey, are you gonna stay here and wait for Zenevie?
Yeah, I'll stay here and wait for Zenevie.
Finish his first drink.
Okay, I've got something I want to do.
All right.
Okay. That sounds good. So you're going to head off to...
Where were you saying? Because I can't really read the map.
Bottom of Emerald, right below Emerald Strand. So if you are watching the stream, I don't know if you are, it's Batten Hill. I'll circle it, or I'll put a square on it. Batten Hill is where they would probably most likely try and be, so that they're not too squalor to scam both mid-class and high-class citizens.
Okay, I'm gonna start making my way that way. Making my way.
Okay, heads off. And Bitch Slap, you're just gonna stay and continue drinking?
Yeah.
Is there a limit to your drinks?
Oh. Let's see. I probably don't drink a lot since I don't.
But you're an orc.
Humans. I am.
Got an iron stomach.
Maybe.
It's true. I'm gonna say we'll go with 3. Just sit.
Okay, so you're just gonna sit there and nurse 3 drinks?
Yep.
Okay.
I also just want to add, Zenevie's not having sex with the Lady of the Night. She literally just handed her 50 gold and said, take a break, relax. You've been working hard.
So you're sitting in there on the end of the bed making sweet conversation with the Lady of the Night for 50 gold?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I like it. She needed a break. She's been working all day. Her back's tired. Oh. Cool. So Katie, you're having drinks. Cheyenne is going to take Sylvia off to hopefully find some family and friends. Zenevieve is sharing sweet nothings with no one, but whispering about things. Labolo is taking a bath. Aram's the only one still traveling because Bellar just finished at the merchant and then was going to go
meditate so he can adjust.
Okay, so you're going to head to the Ironclad as well.
Yep.
Perfect. Heading to the Ironclad. Mike, you're traveling along. There are people all about, kids and small dogs scampering between the many people ahead of you, before you, of this kind of gypsy type setting where there's, beads in front of certain like tents and kind of lean-tos and things. And in the chivalry, though, eventually you'll come to a place that has like a pyramid and like the all-seeing eye or whatever on it that you're pretty sure represents some sort of old elvish magic. So you're at least interested in what maybe is going on inside there. More so than some of this riffraff on the street that are trying to sell you as you walk. Bracelets! I've got bracelets! Or would you like to buy some crescent donuts? Like just different people haggling and yelling at you as you walk through the different markets.
Okay, well, I head into the building with the all-seeing eye. It looks like a magical place.
Inside the hut, essentially, with the all-seeing eye and the pyramid, is a maybe 80-year-old halfling lady. She's wrinkly to all get up. She's got scraggly, like sandy blonde hair with some streaks of gray in it. She's overweight and wrinkly and kind of cracked brown skin. She's wearing a velvet purple robe with yellow stitching. It has a bunch of different arcane symbols all over it. She's sitting on a pillow that she spills over because she's obesely overweight. Her like folds spill over her legs that are crossed underneath her on this pillow, and she's sitting there. The smell is of like way too much incense, and you go in and she's got like rolled up rugs in one side of the room. She's got a few different beakers and stuff on a small table behind her. On another pillow in front of her, and there's 3 more pillows around it, is a circular glass, like foggy glass ball. Ah, welcome, traveler. You've come to the right place. I sense great things from you, Elf Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Please come in. It's only 75 gold for a reading.
I'm actually in. I'm actually trying to find somebody who's can give me some more information on a particular item that may be magically inclined. And this is the first building I've seen that seems to have a magical air to it. I was wondering if you or somebody here or could help me with this, or you could point me in the right direction.
Ah, I see. A lost traveler. All the more reason to do a read with Agatha. All the more reason. Please, have a seat on the pillows. It is but 75 gold. I will make all your answers answered. All your questions will be filled full of knowledge. I know many things. Ooh.
How about 10 gold and you just point me in the right direction?
Ah, a bargaining man, a shrewd bargainer to boot. I will take your 10 gold and I will point you in the right direction. She takes your 10 gold happily, hungrily even. Doesn't raise for it, just puts a meaty little halfling mitt up in front of you for you to slap 10 gold in. Which it almost slips out due to the excessive amounts of like duck fat still on her hands from when she was eating earlier. But she manages to get the 10 gold adequately enough, and she says if you just travel, about 3 blocks that way on the right, you'll see a small blue building with no writing on it. It's a single story, 1 door, 1 window, essentially 15 feet all around, 2.5 to 3 blocks that way.
Well, Agatha, thank you for your time and your information, and have a good day.
Did you give her 10 gold?
Yeah, I did. It's off my sheet.
Big friend of that. So Cal, apparently you don't have an STD because you didn't sleep with her. So I guess I'll just strike that discussion from the Nethros. You travel about 2.5 to 3 blocks, and eventually you do see what maybe could be considered a blue small building with one door and one window and no markings. It's just the test of time has really worn it down. It almost looks brown, but you think it might be blue.
Okay.
Is that how colors work, Katie? I don't know.
I'm
It's
doodling on my napkin here.
That's the best
Drinking my
way.
beers, doodling on my napkin.
Well, that's a good way to do it.
thinking about that 3-armed creature. Yeah. Yeah. I'll approach the building and kind of look around, see if this is some type of shop somehow, or I mean, if it's got windows, peek through the windows. I'm trying not to bust into somebody's home.
Fair enough. There is a window, but it's like stained glass and mucky and dirty. It looks like something. If you ever, if you're a smoker and you like smoke in the same space for like 30 years and it just gets like yellowed.
Okay.
Think that's happened to the stained glass window and the side of the building. It's just covered in like essentially smoke remnants.
Knock on the door, I guess then.
Okay, it swings open slowly.
I'll yell hello.
Didn't see you out there. Here, please come in, says a very skinny young halfling with shocks of black hair, and a couple of gold bracelets and gold rings and a nose piercing and a pipe.
Okay. Yeah, I'll step in, I suppose.
He takes a giant riff off his pipe and just blows smoke all over the fucking place, where you can see why the building itself has been yellowed from smoke, because he continually puffs on this thing as you guys are talking, filling the room and hotboxing the room, spilling out the door to cover the outside even. That's how smoky
lovely.
this guy is. And he says, "So what brings you? What brings you here?"
I'm in search of somebody who's magically inclined, who can assess a item for me. And I was directed in your direction.
I've been known to dabble in the magical arts. I'm sure I could at least take a look at some items for you if you'd like. There's obviously a nominal fee. I do have to maintain such splendorous living quarters as I had.
How much are we talking?
What's the item?
It's just a belt with some markings.
Would you say 50 gold sounds fair?
50 gold if it's a good information.
I think I can live with that. I mean, I can't help what the item is, sir.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I can come up with a way to ascertain what the item is if you would like.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
And I'll pull that belt out with the feathers and the etchings on it. Hand it to him, and what can you tell me about this?
He immediately takes it and starts to like rub his hand over it, he puts it up to his ear and like kind of rubs his hand over the different etchings on it and like moving up it real slow, trying to feel every single intricate detail of this belt you've handed him. And after about 10 minutes of him messing around and like just doing that, he hands it back to you, like shaking his head. I have not seen one of these in some time, but I'm certain that is a belt of flying.
The belt of flying.
It's old though, and it has some strange properties that I've not seen in other flying items. But yeah, so 50 gold, belt of flying.
Okay. You know what? I will gladly pay him the 50 gold for the information.
Okay.
And thank him for his time, and ask him his name.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but
No, that's fine. I'm Robert.
Robert. Okay. I'll make a note of that.
Beware. There's a word you'll need to use to make that work, and it's califragilistic.
Okay, hold on a second. Too too many notes.
I'm here for it.
Okay. Okay, what's the word?
Califragilistic.
Fragilistic?
Yeah, califragilistic.
Fragilistic. Okay.
Now that will enact it, but it also will morph it from a belt to an umbrella.
Oh, okay.
You just became Mary Poppins.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it. Okay.
Poor Mike. Has to deal with me for the last 25 years, you know? Alright, cool. So Mike's good. Bitslap's drinking. Balar's meditating. Lobolo's getting all cleaned up and feeling good about it, eating and stuff. Zenevieve is sitting quietly, trading past histories and future goals in life with a stranger. And so, Sylvia, you head off to Batten Hill to check in on the last known residents of your mother, father, and brother. Is that right?
I believe so.
I think so, too. You get there, and it is a modest domicile, even for Batten Hill. As you well knew, they were, not really super well off, and their reputation wasn't great. But you get there, and the place is ran down more than you remember. The front door has been kicked in, and it's hanging by one hinge. The place looks like it's been tossed, and there's a layer of dust over everything.
Can I try to investigate and see if, anything was left?
Absolutely, so just give me an investigations check.
22.
Oh yeah, pretty good. There's nothing of value necessarily left. There is an oil painting of your family that's about 12 inches by 12 inches. It's a nice framed painting that's on the ground that apparently got knocked off the wall. And it's all of you maybe 10 years ago.
I'm going to take it because I'm sentimental.
Okay. Are you going to take it out of the frame and roll it up?
Yeah.
Or are you going to take the frame and hope that you don't break it later? Because you don't have a map case or anything to put it in, but you could. It'd probably easier to travel rolled up and a band or something or string or something tied around it for now. Maybe get a map case to put it in if you're going to try and keep it safe.
I actually have. I knew it was going to come in handy. I have string.
Hell yeah! You can use that string to tie that little guy up. The neat thing is when you pull it out of the frame and start to roll it up, you notice that on the back there is a sea shanty written out, which I don't have ready to give you guys, so don't expect it. Just know that it exists. The sea shanty, though, appears to be singing directions across the sea and into a particular place. And it's obviously been written on the back of this and hidden.
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna put it away and obviously make note of it, but
sure.
And I guess if there's nothing else there, I'll just kind of go back into town.
Okay.
Go meet up with Zenevieve and Bitslap.
As you're heading back to the Red Sock, you'll notice a patrol of guards that are coming your direction, not towards you, but to pass. You're going to pass paths. Do you want to stop and say anything to them, or just leave them lay?
I'm going to smile politely and just do one of those nice to see you guys again and keep walking.
But are you actually saying something to them, or are you just smiling and kind of minding your business?
I'll go and just say, nice to see y'all again.
Okay, you only recognize one of the four of them. He did not recognize you.
Story of my life.
Story of my life. Poor Sylvia. Never really, recognized by her old cohorts in crime. Okay, cool. So you head off back to the Red Sock. Time passes. Dinner happens. Everybody's pretty much done what they're going to do, I think, except for the return of Mick to talk to Cal about said jobs. He does come back. He says there's 3 available jobs. One pays 2,500 gold, but it's very high profile. One pays 500 gold, and one pays 250. The 2,500 gold, he can't tell you any specifics of who they are until you say you'll do it, essentially. It's like on the hush-hush. You can't let anybody know, murder is in the wind, Bro, shut up.
Let me converse with my party, and I will get back to you.
Okay. I mean, someone's going to take these jobs, I think, soon. So, I mean, it's best to hurry.
Just want to make sure they're okay with what they're getting into.
Sure. And, I mean, the more expensive job is kind of high profile and a little touchy subject, essentially, depending on who you are. So, I mean, if you have anybody who's even slightly easily turned off by violence, this might not be the one for them. But the other 2 are pretty straightforward. One's a gambling debt, I can tell you that much, and the other one is angry fiance, and who's been cuckolded and wants revenge. The more expensive one's more political, I'll say.
All right, good to know.
All right, we'll tie that up with you guys all making it back to the Ironclad Inn, unless anybody else has. Did I skip anybody on anything, or does everybody eventually just makes it back to Ironclad? Are we good?
I'm good.
I'm good. Jacob, your arm will be ready by like noon or 1 tomorrow. Bitch slap 3 drinks isn't enough to fuck you up. Cal got her mission plans to ask about. Bear, Labolo's all cleaned up, feeling much better. Mike, you figured out what your Mary Poppins umbrella does.
Yeah.
I feel good. We're back at the Ironclad. You guys can get your rooms if you want. I know Mike went for the 6 gold. Everybody else can do 3 or 6, whatever. There's enough for all of you. It's the kind of one of the larger inns in town. And then it's up to you guys as to what you want to do. We've got some time to kill before things are happening. I mean, there's definitely some things going on in the city that I can throw at you guys, but I'm giving you a chance to acclimate to the city before we get too crazy.
Just good for a rest.
Okay, I'm going to give you guys a long rest. I know a couple of you took a little bit of damage. Nothing crazy. You guys all rest. If you are staying at the inn, make sure you take off either 3 or 6 gold, depending on how you're staying, what way you're doing. I'm assuming everybody gets cleaned up if they choose to, besides Bitch Slap, who I have no intention of ever trying to force to bathe.
Thank you.
But if you do bathe, that's fine too. But yeah, you guys get all cleaned up or whatever. If you do, you have a nice evening at the Ironclad. You're well fed, well drank, and the morning comes. And
so
you guys can sit around the breakfast table and discuss plans moving forward. Are you going to become a merry band or go your separate ways? We never know.
while we're sitting there chit-chatting, I asked the innkeeper what she knows about the bowery.
About the what?
The bulkhead bowery. Is that like where you'd buy bows and arrows and stuff?
Yeah, that's what I thought too. But apparently, a bowery is a Manhattan like lower city or something. But I think that's what the intent was when me and Evan did this. So, bulkhead bowery is, I'm gonna say, is essentially where they do make bows, arrows, and shipyard stuff too. They do a lot of woodwork. But there's also Bowers and Fletchers, because there's Bowers and Fletchers are what make bows and arrows.
Right. So I asked the innkeeper, would I expect to be able to buy a bow and some arrows there? Or is it, like, they just make...
You could probably get a bow and arrow there if you wanted. I think Killick Fair has more general merchandise and things. If you're looking for something magical, the Nomenclature Institute could be a good place to go if you can get an appointment with their head artificer or their head enchanter. They're typically more expensive but more quality and more options if you go to the Nomenclature Institute.
Sweet. I thank the innkeeper.
The head enchanter's kind of a drunk, but Gunther's an alright dwarf as far as dwarves go.
So how did your guys? I asked the ladies, how was your trip to wherever you tripped to?
It's good. Productive, I'd say.
Nice. Are those rainbow glasses?
They are, in fact.
Oh, cool. Right on. Sorry to be out of character, out of game, but
Oh, you're good. She has those on in game.
So, how comfortable are y'all with murder?
And he cracks open like he eats a raw egg real quick and eats a couple pieces of biscuit. Thinks to herself, taps her fingers together. Quick question.
She does exactly like this.
Quick question. Murder? Yes? No? Today? Tomorrow? Sometime?
Depends on the day.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we murdered a whole entire group of bandits and some were rats, and I think we're pretty okay with it, depending on the situation. Why do you ask?
Well, that was defense, though.
Yes and no. Technically, we were clearing out the ones that were in the living in the dead body, or what's his name?
Yeah, that's true. They deserved it.
Let's say I came into an opportunity that may or may not involve ending an unknown person's life.
I mean,
Silence. Crickets.
Yeah.
So you're talking about assassinating somebody. That's hilarious.
That is in fact what I do.
I know. I'm not. I wasn't there. I can't say it.
I mean, are you asking us if we're okay with you doing that, or are you asking us to help you do that?
Either or. Just taking inventory.
I'll help.
I'm more of a kill it if it needs to be killed situation guy.
I don't know if they need to be killed. The guy won't tell me until I accept the job.
You can tell him what he told you if you want to share that.
It's apparently the big one is a political sort of deal.
Well, I don't like the uppity city folk, so get rid of them and get back to wild living. Let's do it.
how much are we talking here?
Mhm.
2,500
Platinum, gold, silver.
gold.
just making sure.
Aaron, forget your morals.
You guys go through a whole fucking thing, get wanted by the entire country, and fuck around and find out it was 2,500 copper.
Right.
For them, I'm getting the gold.
Yeah, right. Sorry, guys, I didn't realize you meant copper. Here's your share. Next time.
I mean, if you have an issue, pulling the trigger, so to speak, you could just be the getaway cart driver.
Cart driver. You tell.
There are smaller jobs. We can get revenge kill a cheater.
No, the cheater's cheatee, not the cheater themselves.
The cheater's cheatee.
Does that make sense? There's a man whose fiance cheated on him with another man. The other man is the mark.
We're not killing
The fiance.
the fiance. We're killing the fiance's.
Her indiscretion, yeah.
Yes.
And then the other one was them, and then the other one was what? What did I say?
Oh
Like-
God.
That I believe.
Bill.
Gambling
Bill
debt.
collecting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it sounds like the rest of the crew is on board with it. So, I mean, if you want to take your big ticket, then go find out who it is and find out if there's a reasoning behind this death, and I'll consider helping you with it. But it sounds like you may not necessarily need me because you got help from the rest of the crew.
Awesome, excellent. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure that was the case.
In character. So if we do this, that we're then rogues.
No, I wouldn't put you that far, but
Oh.
Scallywags, maybe.
scallywags, definitely.
Okay, so it sounds like at least Bitch Slap and Lobolo and Balar are in. Sylvia's been kind of quiet on the subject as she's an old guard of the city. She might actually be the most valuable character to have with you if you're doing something inside the city.
Oh no, I agreed right away. Whenever she
did?
said, "How do we feel about murder?" I was like, "Let's do it."
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay, cool. I like it. And then Aram, of course, is like, I don't know. I mean, I could just stand here and eat coffee.
Aram's
Yep.
being Aram.
It's pretty Aram-y.
I
Okay.
ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm not against death, but I'm not exactly
A killer.
for killing. Yeah, for nothing.
So there's your answer, Kyle. You've got at least most of, if not all of the party behind you if you want to try for the large mark.
All right, then I'm gonna go back to Mick
Hell yeah. By yourself?
and whoever wants to come with me. I'm announcing that I'm going to go accept the job.
I'll go with. Of course.
Okay.
You said this is
Of course.
following morning. This is following morning, right?
Yes, you guys are hashing out who to murder over breakfast.
Like
Okay.
Like there's any other time to do it.
Yeah. Best time of day to get a good meal in your belly and make sure you kill the right people.
Well, let's get this done, and we got a body to go find, anyways.
Oh yeah. I mean that pays 1,000
So-
gold without killing anybody.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure he knows that we're gonna do it,
Okay.
or at least some of us are gonna do it. That way, no one else takes it.
I told you once we find out who it is and why it needs to be done, I'll make my decision if I'm helping or not. But I guess we got to go accept the job, and because you're going to do it one way or another. The question is whether or not I'm helping you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head back to the Red Sock, and Mick is there. He sees you. He you know he sees you because you make eye contact, but he doesn't move his head. Like he does. He appears like he does. He's like acts like he doesn't see you for the rest of the world to see. You slide over, sit next to him again. He's fine with it. He says, "So have you decided?"
We'll take the big one.
I knew you would. I knew you would. I knew you would. And he slides an envelope across the counter to you, and says, "Take a look at this later, and it'll explain everything." Just the one, or two, or all three, or how are we doing this?
We'll take the big one. We have, I think, another task outside of the city prior that will need to take place prior.
So
I
will say I did take a look. There is a time constraint on this one. It's needing to happen in the next 2 days.
In the next 2 days. Oh.
But anyway, you read it. I don't know. Thank you for the beer. He like motions and basically cons you into paying for his next beer, which you probably accept because he just got you $2,500 mission. But he plays off the whole meeting and whatnot and slides you the envelope inconspicuously. Which then you can either stay and drink beer with you and Bitslap, or you can go back to the party since it's early.
I'll go back to the party, pay his tab.
Okay.
You're gonna pay
Begrudgingly.
his tab or pay for his beer? Because that's two different things.
Yeah.
I'll pay for the one singular beer.
Okay. Probably best to differentiate. Who
Excuse me.
knows? Okay.
Yeah.
And the rest of you, the morning of, I assume, by the time you guys all get back together, we'll flash forward a little bit. I don't want to spend the whole time shopping and whatnot. So, Balar, you've got your chitin mail, or your chitin armor, your scale armor. Bitchlap and Zenevieve come back. Sylvia, you haven't said anything about your sea shanty, Labolo. I don't know if you had any other plans today. And
I wanted to
think
go
you're
up.
Good.
Yeah, I wanted to go up to the mages area and buy a bow. The
You want to go to the
nomenclature
Nomenclature Institute?
institute. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. I'll save that for later. You get there,
Mhm.
and they turn you away and say, by appointment only.
All right. Well, I'm making an appointment and leave.
Oh, you can't make appointments at the gate. You have to know someone.
Well, you gotta let me into. Oh, you gotta know somebody. All right, man. All right, we'll work on it in a little bit.
It's definitely the hoity-toity place at this point. And it's a newer institute. It's just it is well known. It's about 40 years old. In the future, it's like 250 years old. So like it's still pretty young as far as things go.
Are we passing through the Keelik Fair?
To
Through
go
these
to
travels?
where?
To wherever it is we're going.
You weren't.
'Cause
You're still sitting at the Ironclad.
Well, we went to the Red. I thought we all went to the Red
Oh,
Sox.
did everybody go to the Red Sox? I thought it was just Bitch
No,
Slap and Zenevieve.
I figured a big group of people walking in to talk about murder.
Millar
was
went
kind
and
of...
got his scale mail. Zenevieve and Bitch Slap went to the Red Sox. Labolo went to the Nomenclature Institute. You and Sylvia are still sitting at the table,
Okay.
technically.
Okay. Well, I need to make a pit stop. You said that there was a potion shanty in the Keelik Fair.
There is. Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to swing by and grab a potion of greater healing.
All right. City price is 135 per.
Jeez. Yeah, of course. I just want one.
Okay.
135. Got it.
And then Sylvia, you're sitting there still. Like everybody else has got up and wandered off. Are you gonna hang out and continue eating? There's still some food left you could pick at, but you could also have went with Bitch Slap and Zenevieve if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with them.
Okay. So he hands you the letter. You guys end up back together. Labolo, you had no luck at the Nomenclature Institute. Mike, Aram had a easy enough time finding the potion shop and getting a potion. They're a little more pricey than in the smaller town, but it was possible. And you guys got your envelope. So we're good to go. It sounds like we're planning a murder for next week, right?
Seems like it.
Okay, so we'll cut there as far as like moving much forward. I'm not going to go too much more deep in detail. We've got 20 minutes left, so I can explain the mission essentially tonight, and then we can put together how we're going to do it next week and what you want to do to make it happen. So the person in question, I will name at a later date, but currently it is a high-level and highly powerful cleric who has a retinue of 6 men-at-arms. He is also a politician, so he's utilized his religion to juxtaposition himself into a place of power within the city. He has the ear of the main lord over Summerside. He is one of the top 4 advisors to the main governing body of Summerside. He typically travels with all 6 men-at-arms, who are well-armed and dangerous as shit, as is he if he has to be, but he's also kind of spoiled.
Is there whispers in town or talks in town that we can pick up on about this guy
Yeah.
to get some information on him?
Potentially, so that would definitely be up either Zenevieve or Labolo's way, probably the most, just because I assume their skill sets are most inclined to getting that kind of information. It would be, I would say you could use insight, deception, even investigation or survival, kind of whichever one of those is your best. It'll get you different answers depending. Religion I would allow for, and history I would allow for. So if you have any of those, feel free to roll one of any of those each.
You said
So it's
perception.
deception, investigation, insight, perception,
Insight's a thing for me.
survival, and history and religion.
Yeah.
All right.
But just one each, so don't go rolling 50 different things.
I'm gonna roll deception.
Okay, that's your best one.
Oh gosh.
Oof.
I have a survival roll.
It's a sign.
It is.
See if that works.
That'd be it. Deception of
Oh my
27.
gosh, come on.
Pretty good.
I can lie to anyone.
What'd you get, Sylvia, on any of those? God, it's so loud. I have to
What am I rolling?
It just depends on what skill you have. Let me look and see.
Insight, deception.
Perception would be your best one.
Do deception. I got +3 for that one. Yeah. I did a deception. I got a 22.
22?
Yep.
That's pretty good. Okay. I'm going to say that really, it looks like Zenevieve, you did the best. Balar, you came in pretty close with 22. And then obviously, Sylvia, yours was good. Between your lies about why you're in town and why you're interested, essentially, Cal, what happens is Zenevieve goes about and starts lying about why she's there and why she needs information, which is why deception works, because you're like, oh, I heard he's just the greatest. Tell me all about him. I want to know more. I've never been to the city. Tell me everything you know about this guy. And they're like, okay. And they like just divulge information to you, thinking that you're a soon-to-be acolyte or something along those lines. Like you trick them into thinking you're not a murder-hungry half-elf, you know? And then for, let's see, before, Balar, you get an insight just from kind of listening into everybody else talking. When she's over here deceiving and he's over here badly inciting and he's over there badly deceiving, the way that they're responded to, you pick up on the underlying meanings behind those better than even they do. And then, and what did you do for yours, Sylvia? Cheyenne?
22.
It was what, though? It was
23.
For
No,
what?
yeah, 22, yeah.
What skill?
Deception.
Deception. Okay, so same kind of thing. It was like you basically lie and say, well, I was considering becoming a guard in his band. Is there any way to get in? So you find more information out about his guardsmen. And then, Cal, you find more information out about the cleric himself. He is not necessarily a bad guy from what you take. He's just power hungry and grasping to take as much power as possible. He's not done anything overly wrong to the mass of people. But obviously he's pissed somebody off as they want him dead. You don't find out who wants him dead, but you do find out that, he's not, I'm not going to say he's a good guy. I'm not. But he is a cleric of a well-known temple. One that you guys aren't the biggest fans of anyway.